I never find it easy to like intro a show. Do you guys?
I love introing.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
It's my
I like
favorite part.
just putting it, huh?
I think this is welcome back to another podcast, another Reddit
advice
podcast.
Deep dive advice, but now with women.
What makes us qualified to give this advice?
Yes, the women are here with
all?
the real advice.
What anybody? what makes anybody qualified? This is Reddit.
Degrees.
And they're just asking Reddit,
Qualified.
right?
You need
Qualifications.
You need a degree to fucking give
Qualified.
shitty ass advice.
It's like, what makes a fucking psychologist able to do this, but not me? I don't know, 12 years of
boy.
education. All right, so she just looks at the ground. I love that title. It just drew us in.
Right. So I mean, I guess he's saying like his girlfriend, right? Why do we assume?
Maybe she's depressed because she always looks at the ground. We don't know.
So she's pretty sure they're just awkward. It's a little awkward, but she replies fast over text with messages, but they're dry in person.
She has social problems.
Today they had a fire alarm walking on the top of this football field. Really was our first time talking in real life. It was a little awkward between us.
But they're 18 though.
Okay, can I
Also
just
that.
stop like right here? What if this poor girl was reading this fucking thing and she knew it was her?
Well, the first rule of Reddit is you don't tell anybody that you're on Reddit and that you don't
Right,
give
but
your
what
Reddit.
if she's scrolling
like Fight
through
Club.
Reddit and she sees this shit?
But she's busy looking at the ground. How's she gonna
I know.
Reddit? If
But
she-
Yes.
like, what does it
fucked up,
matter
though.
if
Yes.
she reads it though?
Huh?
Then
I
she should
don't-
fucking change her goddamn attitude if she realizes
Yeah, I
she's
feel
staring at
like
the fucking
it's
ground all
not a
day.
problem if she reads it. If I read something about myself, I would obviously be angry and upset, but like, it is what it is.
So what is something that you like struggle with that you're
Like if it was on the internet,
like say like there's something you're insecure about, right?
Of course,
And then you were
yeah.
dating somebody and then you saw it on the internet. What would you think about that?
I feel like she would just
of
throw
course
hands.
I would feel like hurt, but at the same time, it's like, you know.
It is
I mean,
what it
if
is.
she's still with the guy, I kind of would understand.
From what I get, they're
And
not even
you
together. They're just
you
talking.
Still like,
Yeah.
I also hate giving advice to 18-year-olds because I feel like 18-year-olds are just so soft.
they're so
soft.
dumb.
So soft.
Yo,
like
young
dare
like young kids are
people.
just soft.
You think Greta is soft?
Nah, she's from the past,
My
so she's
soul.
older.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, she's probably like what, 100 or something?
When was
So
that? Like
buggery.
18 something. Greta Thunberg's like
Okay, I have a
245
degree,
years
though.
old.
Bitch, what does your fucking degree mean?
Who has
So
a
wait,
degree?
I have a little story
She
about
has a
a
degree?
young. I have a little story about a young man. So there was
Young
a
man
young
degree.
man
Young
who was following me on Instagram. He DM'd me like because I put
What's his
like
name?
this.
Put him on blast. Let's
I
go.
don't remember.
Name
Screenshot-
drop.
screenshot.
He
Name
was
drop.
not
Name
important.
drop.
Screenshot the conversation. We'll
I
put it on the
will,
chat.
I will because I have it.
We'll put it
So
in the video.
like this freaking kid, like he
Is
like
he a young man or is he a kid? I don't know which one.
I'm
trying
gonna
to
call
follow
him a
along.
kid because
Okay.
he basically
Can we
was
state
a
his
kid.
age? Can you say how old he was?
He's 24. So
Okay.
the whole thing was I had put like the in 2020 you're gonna be,
Oh yeah.
and I posted like the one that said happy, and then he DM'd me with me LOL, and I wrote like haha like that's funny, that's a good one, and then
It's the
he
nice
was
way,
like
the nice
he
way to
wrote
curve somebody.
LOL rejection, and I was like, oh, is that something to reject? And then he basically was like, yeah, like I was shooting my shot, and then I said, I was like, well, you're too young, so like no, like yeah, it's basically a rejection. And then he was like, well, I'm not young, like I just graduated, and I'm in an accounting firm and all this bullshit. He's like,
Oh,
you're
shit.
lost.
He's
And I was
guaranteeing
just
you an
like,
exciting life with
you
accountants.
just graduated.
He was so
I'm
petty.
28. Like, bro.
He was so fucking petty. Like, first of all, why do I care that you're a fucking accountant?
Yeah, I
What-
don't
He was
why-
like, yo, I
why
was
do
just
I
trying to see
give
the
a
I
fuck?
just graduated
What are you gonna throw your
college,
fucking
like-
money in my face? I got
Yeah.
a fucking degree too, motherfucker, and I'm making good money. So what?
Yo.
Like, what? What's?
Who are
Why?
you?
And then he had the nerve to be like, "Oh, well, that wasn't like me asking you out or anything." But like he like said,
But he
rejection,
said, "I shot my shot."
I'm shooting my shot. I was like,
I
and not
can't.
even that. And then after the whole conversation, he deleted everything that he like said. Mind you, I already screenshot it because I had to send it to Selenia.
Wait, what is this on Instagram?
Yeah.
You could do
Wait,
that.
how do
yeah,
you? How do
can
you know?
unsend your
What?
messages?
Oh, okay, right.
And then he
Oh,
unfollowed
yes.
me.
What a
and then he was
dick.
like, "I'm so sorry for it." Like,
So, but did you know
what
this
the
guy? Like,
fuck? No.
oh, so he just came out of nowhere.
All right, so
No,
that
that's
that
crazy.
leads
That's how
to
people
like
date these days. Like I'm gonna hit you up. I don't know you for shit, but I'm gonna hit you up. Be like, yo, nice ass. Let's date. Let me take you out.
right.
But that's
Okay,
how
so
people
that
do,
that
though.
goes to a good topic. Like, why is it that guys do that? Why do guys
Why
like?
does it gotta be
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I
Why
don't
you
know.
generalizing?
I've
Alright,
had
alright.
DMs. I've had like some DMs in my inbox that were not from guys, and that were
Okay.
aggressive from women.
Oh,
Girls do it
they
too.
were from guys.
Okay,
too?
but why do
Aggressive.
people do that?
What-
Okay,
Why
I
do
can
people
I
do
can
that?
see why women do that is
Boredom?
because like we're upset that I guess like we got rejected, but we have more feelings and we have more emotions. So like why do like
Whoa,
why
whoa,
did
whoa,
he
whoa. So
in
now
that sense?
guys
Okay,
can't have
I
emotions?
won't generalize it, but I'm saying like why did he find it okay to be like
dick?
that? Yeah, like a dick like that, like for no reason.
But it was just so like, are you butthurt? Like so
Yeah.
butthurt.
I think
was
it was
like,
just a
what the
pride thing, so he unfollowed you, and then also he
It
probably
was
didn't
so
want
corny though.
exactly what you. I feel like a lot of guys have this crazy fear of like they're gonna get screenshotted, you know, and that's gonna be
Oh
all
my
over the goddamn
God.
internet.
But then why do they DM? That's why,
Right.
like, I would never do that.
Well, because
like,
weird if you ever got a call.
it's like, no.
Who was the last person you called?
Like-
Physically called?
Yeah, but then.
Why call? I mean, I don't know.
What, your parents?
I guess, right?
But you know when I saw that he undid all his shit, in my mind I was like, oh, he's probably like screenshotting me, and I look like I'm fucking talking to myself and trying to get into his pants type of shit. When in reality, like no.
Overthinking.
Like yeah, that's
Now
me.
we're overthinking.
Now I'm overthinking.
Over like his pettiness. This is the fucked up part about it. She's
It was just
overthinking
so
over
funny,
his
and
stupid
then I
pettiness.
was just like, all right, delete,
This actually brings us
unfollow.
into why technology sucks. Social media then and now.
That's true.
Oh my god, that's so fucking
I feel
true.
like the growth of social media was really cool. Like when AIM was first, like you know,
Oh
Yo,
my
AIM
god,
was
yo,
the
that was like my
best.
first
AIM was
You
the
were able to,
sexting.
like, put yourself
best.
on away. You were able to go away. You know what I mean? Like you have these, so
Sexting?
like your friends knew you weren't around, but like, yeah.
But that was a
it's,
different
like,
day and age. Like,
exactly. Now it's crazy. Like now there's so many different ways to be in touch with people that
You
it's
don't
just,
have
like,
to wait for the dial-up. Now you could just.
dial-up is crazy.
but it's like people don't have like the social skills now. They just have the
Like,
real
everything is
skills.
hidden behind a
do not
computer
have social
screen.
skills. I really don't.
Like that
Like
guy-
I am that girl
What? The
Looking at the
koala?
ground.
that I look at the ground.
Oh, look at the ground.
What? Become a rapper?
Become a rapper.
You're the rapper. But no, I feel like like during AIM, it was so much easier like to like have your friends talk to your friends, and then you still go meet up in real life because like AIM was where you would talk as a group, and then you
Yeah.
go meet up at the movies or whatever because you couldn't fucking text until after 9 because you know.
Yeah, but
your
it was
parents were gonna do
still a way to kind of like still hide yourself behind something, you know,
Yeah,
because it
but
was
not as
like
much.
not as much, yes, not as much as today
Yeah.
because there's not as there wasn't Facebook back then. I mean, MySpace was pretty cool, but like
Fuck yeah.
like it wasn't as much as today, but it was still an opportunity for you to hide behind.
But it's like
Sure.
everything is so like even like dating. So like back in the day you had to like actually go talk to the girl and try to work some scheme out or whatever. And now it's like that's how people date now. Like they go into the DMs or the
Like you talk first electronically.
electronically.
Right,
And then
which is
boom.
true.
Yeah,
which
so
is
now-
true.
alright, I
So now
feel
nobody
you.
has no social skills to like. You never see that in the bar anymore. Like, and if you do, they wind up viral because like either they got rejected or they went
But
through or
also
whatever.
like you don't really know how somebody like personality is through text messages because I text people and I'm thinking in my mind, well, somebody knows. I'm thinking like you understand like how I feel, how I'm
Yes.
saying it. If I
Yes.
use caps, exclamation points, but like no,
Right,
like,
but it's really hard to read
It's
how
really hard for
she
me
texts because she
for people to understand me. 'cause
Yes.
people
Unless you
will
know
either
her
take it
very
too
well.
seriously, or they think like the opposite, and I'm just like
So what does caps mean? Are you
so
mad?
annoying.
That's
I don't
what
know.
I
It
assume.
depends.
It's just like my finger
Sometimes like
slipped.
I'm excited, and I'm like, oh my god. You know,
other
but,
times
you
it's
know.
like fuck you.
You should pull up the message that you sent with this guy on DM.
Yeah.
Did you use any caps?
No, I don't think so.
So how would he know you were serious? What if he thought you were
Yeah,
playing
right.
along the whole
I
time?
think
He's like, oh,
so.
she's flirting back, and then he's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
Okay,
I put
flirting
LOL,
back, like-
I was being nice because I have this thing in my mind that I'm like, I have to be nice because, like, what if?
Why?
like,
What
what
if
if
what?
something happens? Or
But okay, so what is that?
what if we do become famous and then somebody pulls up, like, my fucking, like, shit?
Then
I
let
don't
them.
know.
You fucking
Let them, fuck
apologize
it,
when
let
you're
them.
famous and say I
I
fucked
can't.
up. Oh well.
No, let them. Like that's the real you.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
it.
Lenian tells me, like, oh, like, just whatever, own it or whatever.
I
And I'm
think
just like,
I think
nah,
the
I
next
can't. I get
generation,
scared.
the next generation, like of people that get famous, like everybody's gonna have a backlog of like dick pics and. pussy
course
pics.
they
Like,
are.
There's
Yo.
not. It's not like gonna be
I mean,
like.
even the famous people that were like famous when we were kids, like it just wasn't uncovered until later on.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like easier to cover up. Nothing was online. Nothing was saved or screenshotted.
Yeah.
Like Fucking
No one had that
Cosby.
many fake
Everybody grew up on Cosby. I'm gonna go
Cosby,
there.
bro.
Everybody grew up on
Cosby.
Cosby.
Yeah.
That's so depressing.
But and
I
then
love
like you
Cosby.
find out like when he's in his fucking 70s and 80s that the dude was like.
There's
dating
people that don't
different people.
think that he did it. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm
I
not
don't
saying
know.
he did or he didn't, but I can see it. You know what I mean? I can see the possibility.
The
Same
Jello
thing with
pudding pops.
Huh?
The Jello pudding pops.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's getting fucking little Raven Simone. Oh fuck.
No, but she
Well,
defended
did.
him though. She defended him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's like Harvey Weinstein and all that.
He just
bullshit.
didn't want you.
Oh no, Harvey Weinstein didn't kill him.
No,
No, he didn't kill
himself?
himself.
Okay. No, but that's like it's crazy because it's like okay with the Harvey Weinstein, how many of those actresses actually did put themselves in that position, as opposed to like
And like fought it off.
not fought it off, but like they knew like oh if I suck this guy's dick I'm gonna be in this movie. So
See, that's the thing.
You know.
And that's what makes all this shit so skeptical is because you don't know what position people put themselves in.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying it's right or it's wrong or
Right.
he did or he didn't do it. Like, realistically, none of us fucking know. But I think it's wrong of people to be like, he did that shit. Were you fucking there? You didn't fucking know shit. You don't know what these women did. And I agree with you. I agree with that. I'm very behind that because I hate when people like just automatically sit there and they're like, oh, like he, you know, like this
Believe
guy
the
did
woman?
it. Yeah, well,
Like
see, it's-
just blindly believe.
right, just
like,
blindly believe without knowing what actually
Like, is there
happened
video
because there are
proof?
always
Is
two
there-
sides to every story.
Like, I
Like,
can see that, like maybe you know whatever. One of the actresses is like flirting with Harvey, so now he's thinking like, oh shit, like,
Right, like-
I might be able to get it in with this girl, and now that becomes, oh no, I slept with him for the job because he told me I had to.
right,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
but
I
is
mean,
that
it's-
right? Is that even
everyone
that
abuses
is that
power
right?
at some point in their life for something.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying it's right, but it gets done. To abuse your power for sex is like the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
But like,
I agree.
you know what I mean? Bosses do it to their employees all the time. Like they
Yeah, it
gotta do
still
their
happens.
task, but
It
they'll-
still happens
you know what I
now,
mean?
even if it's not with sex. It's still
Yeah.
with something. Like they're still holding their power over people for something. So, not that it's right. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but I do think there are two sides to every story. So, you know,
Have you guys ever been put in that position? Like you're like oh
Oh
shit.
shit! Shots fired.
Damn, it's like you
No,
know.
I don't know. I'm just
Keep it real though. No,
right?
for real. I mean,
let me see.
No, because it's like guys don't. I mean, I probably had some weird like old ladies trying to do, but I never gotten like
touched or
like it never pursued to that.
yeah,
But
You felt it.
there's certain things like oh if I sleep with this
yeah.
lady that
Like my
you know,
job's set for fucking
yeah,
the
but
next
it's like
10
I'm
years.
just not gonna do that. Like
Yeah.
No, like using,
no.
you mean like using,
like the opportunity. Like if you knew you slept with this guy, something would progress in your career
You at least
Not
could
or
get
really.
fired,
some
'cause you'd be
shit.
like, yo, but the big guy slept with me, and
Yeah, no, I think I'd be embarrassed
Really?
if that ever like happened. Like I just couldn't find myself doing it just because it was like I don't think I'd ever want to put myself in that position to be like, oh, like I need to, like do this in order to secure, my job or secure, what I need or what I want. Like, fuck it. If you don't want me, then fuck you.
Okay.
Like
So like if an actual producer in a movie came up to you and they're like, hey, I can put you in like a legitimate movie, you'll be seen by millions of people across the globe, but he got a little like, but you don't think? Would you think about it? Would you think about it? And this is a tough question to ask people, like to seriously
I
ask
mean,
people because it's like no, like everyone
I
would have a
can't-
different answer.
I
Like,
can't
Is
say
he hot?
yes.
See? I was like that at one point. Like, oh, but wait, but how does he look? Because I might just enjoy
he
this.
funny?
Harvey Weinstein. That's
Funny.
I mean, I guess, yeah, like I can say yes and I can say no because it's like maybe
Maybe he's cool.
maybe he's cool and
Maybe
like
he's
maybe
cool
I
with
would
it.
want to fuck him, but I'm not going to fuck him to secure a position. Like if he came to me and he'd be like, yo, I have the best, like spot for
find
you
that
guys
offensive,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah. If he said to us like, oh, or me or whoever, like, oh, I have a daytime show for you to be in and I want you to be in this spot or whatever, but you have to suck my dick. And I'm going to be like, no, because why do I have to suck your dick to secure a spot? But if he was interested in me and he saw the potential in me and something happened with us, then so be it, like it's a sticky situation. Like it's,
You know what the tough part is too, though. Like with Harvey Weinstein, it's like it's not even the upgrade. It's that like some of those girls knew that if they didn't, they'll never make it. Like so, it's like if you said no, he's like, oh okay,
He would just
and then
ruin
every
your
time
career.
you try to progress with somebody else, he'll call and be like, don't hire them, and he's that powerful that like. So that's like a whole nother.
That is another whole like level.
Because you're thinking in your mind like, I don't need you. I'll make it on my own. But now it's like when you try to make it on your own,
then you can't because you have all the odds against you in
Yeah,
a sense.
So
I mean, then that's kind of. I mean, I get where that's coming from. That's still kind of like fucked up on both parts though, because it's like, like why do you feel you need to give into somebody's power to get what you want? Like so what? You can't make it. You can't make it. Then it means it's not for you. And fuck Harvey Weinstein for, like...
There it is.
Literally. For, like, putting himself in that, position where, like, he pretty much just says, fuck you if you're not going to suck my dick. Like, I think both parts are kind of, like, iffy and fucked up, Because, like I said, there's always two sides to every story. Like, I get the women's side, I totally understand that. But it doesn't mean, you got to jump to those, standards.
Mm-hmm. I just wonder, like, if a woman back in the day said something about it, would people have rose up back then?
Right.
No.
You don't think so? Why not?
I feel like it was different, like 70s, 80s at least. They'd be like, oh, don't talk about it. Like,
No, but even like in the 90s.
I feel like, again, it was like, you don't want to ruin your, like, especially if they had made it at that point or whatever, like, no, you're going to ruin your career by coming out like that. You know what I mean?
I guess. But, I mean, I guess it also depends on the actress, right? Like, if the right actress and everybody, was for her and she said some shit, everybody would have been like, oh, what the fuck?
I feel like maybe, but also maybe not. I
Maybe,
can't remember
yeah.
who it was. There was like a 90s.
He's also loved too, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't remember which singer it was, but like in the 90s, she was like a very famous like indie pop star or whatever. She went on stage, I think it was on SNL, and she ripped up a picture of the Pope because at that time, whichever Pope it was, like there was a huge like child sex trafficking thing or whatever.
Wasn't that Sinead O'Connor?
Yeah, it was Sinead O'Connor, I
she's
think, and
bald.
her career like was ruined right after that. Like she, like it wasn't ruined, but it was
Yeah, but
different.
she was a little crazy though.
But why? Because she was standing up for something she really believed in, so she came off as crazy.
She
because
was bald.
the general
First of all,
public-
she was bald, and
Well,
that's
here we go.
She
Here
was
we go.
07 Britney.
I'm just saying, like,
Okay, so bald women are
if you
crazy?
see a bald woman, like, aren't you gonna keep an eye on her? Like,
No.
like, no.
She could have been
No.
a fucking monk.
If you're working at a store and it's 11 o'clock at night and a bald woman walks in, aren't you gonna be like, all right, let me keep my eye on
She's
her.
gonna murder
No,
somebody.
Let me just make
No.
sure my
Well,
shit
first
goes
of all,
good.
why is she bald?
Exactly.
No. But I'm coming at it from a different perspective. Is she bald because she chooses to be bald, or is she bald because she has to be bald because she's sick, or she has
No,
cancer,
you-
or something?
you-
Now, like,
You
if she walked
don't
in-
know.
She walked in
Exactly.
bald with like a barcode scam on the back of her neck. Yeah, fucking run. She's an assassin. But
Exactly.
other than
That's what I'm
that-
saying. But you got to keep your eye. That's all I'm saying. Just keep that one good eye.
All right,
Make
so
sure-
now I'm gonna
One
look out
good
for
eye.
bald women all around the country and
Yeah.
make sure that I keep one eye open because the woman's bald.
I'm just saying, if she starts ripping up pictures of the Pope and stuff like that, you're like, okay, it's all making sense.
But you
It's
see what I
all
mean? But
like a
like, she
puzzle.
did that on a public statement because she had the platform to do so. She had the crowd behind her. She thought she had an audience,
She
for
thought.
her.
She thought.
As soon as she did that, other bigger media outlets was like, "Oh no, she's crazy." She just defaced the Pope, and then half her career was shot to shit. I feel like at that time, if a celebrity would came out and be like, "Oh, Harvey Weinstein made me do this to get on that movie," they'd be like, "You're a fucking liar. Harvey Weinstein's the best guy I've ever known. He's helped all of our careers grow. Fuck you." I feel like that's would have been the outcome at that point.
See, but
Now
it's
it's
like-
different because like you can prove it.
I don't know.
You
I
can,
feel like
have-
if I was in the position now, I would try to say something or make
Now.
some type
Nah, but
of
it's
scene.
easier now.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, would you have done
Right?
that
It's
in the 90s?
Yeah, like if
Well,
you're like
Probably, I'm gonna say I probably wouldn't, because
no.
It was different. It
even
just-
with my
Because
little
you're not gonna
tiny
get-
situation, I didn't do anything. I didn't fight for myself, and I fucking hate. Like, I regret it so much.
What, like a real situation?
Yeah.
Like what? You want to talk about it or no?
I'll just say like a short version kind of thing.
You knew Harvey Weinstein?
No. It was when I worked
Okay,
at
Beth.
a certain company. I was harassed,
Oh shit.
and I never
What
did
company?
anything
Put it
about
on blast.
Name
No,
drop.
because
Name drop.
I love this company. So.
Because you still like shop there or something? Is it Starbucks?
Is it because you still work
No,
there?
is it Starbucks?
Is it Starbucks? Oh my god, it probably was Starbucks.
Yeah, it was Starbucks.
Was it really?
I love
Damn.
Starbucks. I love it.
Never mind.
It's
Never
like I
know
love it
what? They
except for the
fucking
sexual
deserve.
harassment.
But I didn't fight for myself.
mind.
So now, if like I feel like if it happens ever again, like. I'm gonna
So do
fight
you
it.
feel like in that position, like something happened, right? Do you feel like, oh, people are not gonna believe me? Like,
Yeah,
is
I
that what
felt
you feel
that
like,
way.
yeah?
But at the same time, this person was so, like,
Creepy.
crazy and creepy, and like other women also had situations. It wasn't like as intense as mine, but they never said anything.
No? Why? Like, did you ever
Was he
talk
like
to
the
them?
boss?
I couldn't even like say, like, when I was trying to fight for myself, I couldn't even say like oh, this employee told me blah 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 blah, because
You
you
don't
know
wanna throw
I
them
couldn't I couldn't do that, but at the same time I had to speak for myself. They were like, you can't, say anything, so I was like, all right, fine.
Oh, let's move on.
So I
to
didn't
the
fight.
subject.
So yeah, sorry. But yeah, if it was today, I would say something.
Just say,
Well,
just say it right to the
I would
camera.
hope that
Who's
people
that
would say
motherfucker?
something.
I feel like it was a Craig at Starbucks. Was that his name?
Correct, right?
I think it's good that you even talked about it now, though,
Yeah.
and got it out so that not even other people
Eventually.
know, but like,
Eventually.
you're just strong enough to just say it
Yeah.
and to just, put it out there.
Yeah,
That's
go
pretty
I
strong
feel
of
like
you,
more
girlfriend.
people need to have
I'm
those
proud of you,
conversations
honey.
For real,
they have
because,
to
like,
be
Yeah,
people.
thanks.
And
You know-
I feel like they don't have that, like,
It's more frustrating because it's like, you just want to go back and like smack my old self. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
but that's
didn't
called
less
life.
know,
You
it
live
was
and
a
you learn,
different time.
You
Yeah,
have to, yeah.
shit happens,
I know. We love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put
Next.
his name out there. Let's just do
Yeah,
this.
right?
Let's just ruin his life.
Name drop.
We're
name
all
drop.
gonna show up there and beat the shit out of this guy.
It's been a while. since
Yo,
I've
I'll
had a
fucking
fight.
beat the shit.
Oh, he got fired though, but it
Oh.
wasn't for the reason that he should have
Should've
gotten
been
fired.
Yeah. But it just sounded like, I guess then he was a scumbag, like, all over the place, right?
No,
Like,
yeah, he
just
was.
like-
Everybody hated him, but they were also scared of him because he's creepy. Like he
Yeah.
was that like creep.
It's like, it's so weird because it's like, it sucks that there's dudes like that, But also then it makes like regular dudes kind of like, it's just weird now to like date, like sometimes you just feel like, oh, is this a hashtag Me Too moment? Like you
Yeah.
feel like,
No, I hear what you mean.
Yeah.
it's so like, I don't know. It makes,
Makes it harder for like to try and just like actually date someone or have like that conversation of like, let's move this into a physical route or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because then it's
exactly.
like, damn, how do you have that conversation without being disrespectful, trying to still keep it like lighthearted? Because you're not trying to come off as like, let's get married tomorrow. You know?
no, but especially like women, like they
do
want
it.
their hair pulled and their ass smacked, right? And it's like, well, do I gotta ask permission
Put the
now?
finger in my
Yeah,
ass.
It's
right?
like, can I smack your ass? It's like, don't
it's
ask,
too
don't be a
much.
bitch. It's like, whoa, now you're calling me a bitch. Now I feel like it's a Me
Right?
Too moment. Calm down.
Yeah, right. Like
Me
shit.
too, me too.
So favorite sex
Yeah.
position?
Well, that's an interesting
Just gotta be
one.
one, or is it
Is
Can-
that one of the topics?
Is there?
somebody
one?
picked
Yes,
it?
it is.
Oh, it
it's,
is.
it's number 3.
I mean,
Can
I guess
I-
if you have
can
more
I
than
say
one, it's not
something?
really your favorite.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, maybe a routine.
So it's more of like a
Right?
go-to.
Something. I
a
don't know.
go-to.
What's your
I can
favorite-
tell you what I don't like that a lot of people like. A lot of people love doggy. I'm not really a fan.
No.
I feel like it's because you're short.
Why? Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Really?
I think so. Like I just
But
feel like you
like-
don't have the leverage.
No, I think I don't
Because then
know.
you can't go on your knees, right? Is that what?
Well,
But I could be on the bed and they could be standing.
Yeah, but
So why don't you like it? Let's put it like that.
I don't know. It's like
disconnected.
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
I'd rather feel like closer to my like clit. I don't know. I don't know why.
Oh, so it's like
Doggy,
like
it's
a
just-
feeling.
Like
it's
it
not.
it feels good, but it's just like there's better ones out there. Like why do people just say doggy?
But not
like,
if the guy's
bruh,
playing
there's,
with
like,
the clit. Like,
fucking more.
Yeah. What if now he's like
things.
giving you like a reach around?
Yeah, but
or a reach over.
I don't know.
That's complicated.
Some people just
fucking
don't know
really? It's not
the
that hard.
pressure
Yeah, it's not that
of
hard.
how to put it on the clit. You
not
know,
that hard.
some people are too hard, some people are too soft. You know,
so have you ever like had an orgasm with that position, or
with
like?
doggy, yeah, I've had. Yeah,
So like, what's the best?
it's just not my favorite. I'm
what's-
just saying. Like,
what's the best
So what is your
position
favorite?
orgasm? Because isn't that kind of like what relates
This
maybe
is for
to the?
Pep.
Honestly,
he's
I
asking for himself.
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
He's
Come
like,
on,
how
guys,
to make
let's
girls
go.
orgasm.
what's the,
Fuck the YouTube channel at this point. We just want to know, ladies.
what is the
Come
best?
on.
Right?
Where's the
Like,
notebook?
You, okay, so you tell us. What's your favorite sex position?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I
tell you
would
if it
say
sucks.
I think this is like another one that women kind of don't like, but maybe like 69. I think is like a real good one.
But why?
Because it's just like
like you're
both-
pleasing
Everybody's
her, she's
eating.
pleasing you.
Yeah, it's
like
it's
both
like
of you are enjoying it at the same time, and
And there's an
And
But
aspect-
it's hard to
enjoyable.
say favorite because it's like, I mean, it's up there. I don't know if it's
Did you ever go on top? Like, are you like laying
No,
face
no,
down?
That's
and
not
going-
That's not 69 at that point.
that's like a
so the
music-
girl
Just shoving
has
your
to
dick
be on
in the-
top.
in the
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I feel like if a guy were on top, you're choking her at that point.
Yeah, but isn't that fun?
Yeah.
What the?
I've had that like
It's
one
different.
time
It's
with one
different.
person. It was pretty like, yo, that shit was jamming it. I couldn't breathe. It
Like
was
in the
amazing.
69 position though, or was it?
Yeah.
Just,
I'm generally so scared of that. Like, just
She
full
said it
aware.
was
Okay, so for
amazing.
69,
It was
Nice.
amazing.
Couldn't
She couldn't
breathe.
breathe.
She was like 45 seconds
I
to
was like
blacking
tearing
out.
up and shit. It was like pretty good.
Did you
But
see-
anyway.
did you see Jesus?
We
like,
might
just
just
wants
stream
to
this on,
fucking
like,
die
next
when
videos.
she's
This
getting
might not be
fucked.
allowed on YouTube. This
But
might
wait,
be on
wait,
YouPorn.
Yeah, you're right.
For
you're right.
69, I do enjoy 69, but for me, it's very difficult when like the person is just taller than me.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
like
short
we can't really
There we
reach,
go,
you
yeah.
know.
She's
I'm like at his belly button, and he's like on me,
reaching for
like
it.
really hard. It's really hard. So it's like I like it, but you know,
These are the things we gotta know. What the short
depends.
people's
4'11",
struggles are.
and like you know, it's just too much. Can't do it.
Yeah,
With
trying to envision that
too
now.
tall.
It's like
So you
one
have
of
to
them
be
is
this
straining
tall
their
to
neck.
ride this ride. At
pretty much. Right?
You're
Height
excluded from this-
requirement.
Yeah, you got a height requirement.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Height requirement.
And then what about you guys?
Mike?
I enjoy just like kind of carrying the girl and standing up.
That's actually a good one.
That's a good one.
I
That's a
like
good one.
that.
Not when you're drunk, but it's good.
Oh, even when I'm
So-
drunk.
No,
Like,
when
at that
you're
point, it's more fun. At that point, it's more fun. Or like, yeah, I don't know, like on a kitchen. It's not like positions, but like more for me, it's more of like a where. Like the kitchen table. I don't know why. Great
Raunchy.
place.
Raunchy.
Yeah.
And you get a chance to weigh her a little bit, I guess, right? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit of workout too, and you're doing
It's
the
a
pickup.
workout.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I get so uncomfortable talking about this.
Why?
I don't know why.
Didn't
Like,
you-
Literally
brought
the
it
only
up?
one. Literally the only one in a current relationship. So probably having more
Yeah,
sex than
right?
any of us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, right?
definitely.
I don't know. Like, I'm really basic when it comes to sex. Like,
Like
honestly,
missionary.
like, missionary is where it's at for me. Like,
What?
it's just
You
because
want top or him
I'm
on
just.
top?
I really like him on top because I hate doing work.
Wow. Lazy sex. That's
I'm
what I call that.
lazy.
That's
I'm
what I call
lazy.
that.
I will admit, I'm fucking lazy. Like, I hate doing any type of work because I like, I don't mind, like, pleasing him and sucking his dick whenever I have to. Like, that, I don't
Have to.
Whenever I have to.
It's all the time. It is all the time. It's
Oh,
all
so
the time,
funny.
literally.
So I mean, like how? Like all right, 7-day work
24
week.
hours
How
in a
many-
day.
Dicks are in your mouth in that week. It's same dick, but how
Whoa.
many times?
I mean, there's only one dick in my mouth.
Yeah, no, but like in the so every day. This must be a fucking lucky
Well, the
guy.
thing is that we don't see each other every day, so it's not every day. It's
every
probably
day you see him.
every day I see him. Yes, I'm always sucking his dick.
Huh?
Every day. I'll be honest.
The dick doesn't leave the mouth.
What?
Is it like
Doesn't
a
leave
child?
the mouth.
No, that joke would have been wrong. That would be like a pacifier.
I mean, yeah. But like, you know, I'm lazy, so like missionary is where it's at with me.
Got it.
That's
Missionary
like his
is
dick all the
great
time.
though.
Missionary is fun.
I mean, it's
There's nothing
alright.
wrong with it.
For
Like, I
me,
think it's
I
cool.
like that sideways, like spooning
Sideways
kind
is
of
always
thing.
Ooh, I like
Just,
that
lift
too.
her
That
up a
one
little
is
bit.
just
that's
my
another lazy
favorite.
one.
Very good.
Ah, so
They still
good.
call me lazy.
Because I can touch myself. He is behind me doing stuff. You know, there's like could be like so many things happening.
Not how many things are you happening behind you?
Yeah,
Just
what?
so many things.
Is he
Like
doing
he could
magic
be
tricks
touching
back
boobs.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Was this your card?
That would be fucking fun though.
That
Actually,
would,
that
right?
that seems like a
Oh yeah.
fun time of sex. She's like pulls a animal balloon out of her crotch already
Whoa, where'd that come
made,
from?
like a chihuahua.
I
or
was
something.
looking for
A
that.
poodle. It's like what the fuck?
No, Dove would be the best. Like, man, just-
I'd probably walk away. I'd be like, all right, that was weird.
You went too far.
Yeah, it's like you pulled a live dove out of your crotch. Cool. You ever see any of those, like any strippers do like, strip shows like that with like the ping pong balls?
I've heard
or,
stories.
like,
I've
Oh.
never seen it.
Never
but
seen
I've
them
heard
either, but I've heard
stories, yeah.
stories.
I don't think I would want to see that.
I kind of do.
Where people are like, I caught the ball. Like,
I wanna
no.
do that.
Ew.
Really? Like,
I don't want to do that. But like, I just
Cut it with
I
your
caught
mouth.
the ball. Ew.
wanna, she's like in the mouth.
would you catch the ball?
No.
Like, I would die. I would
Yeah,
die.
I'd
Like,
move.
oh.
I'd train for
Yeah,
boxing.
no.
I'd swat him out the way.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
even want to touch it.
No. When was the last time you went to a strip club?
Well, it was like a long time ago. Like, man, I want to say.
Long
like,
time ago, alright, let's go. Tonight.
Holy
like
shit.
5 years ago. Probably.
It's been that long since you been to a strip club?
Damn.
I shouldn't have been that.
I don't find them
surprised,
that.
but
Like I just see through all the bullshit. Like I just see like
course
all these
it's
girls
bullshit.
trying to get
Yeah.
rent.
So
It's
you're not
business.
like over there.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Making it
It's
rain
like
on-
it's like
on the
here you go,
strippers.
rats.
We've seen your video.
Take that shit.
Holy shit. So
But
she
like,
goes in
no,
with,
no, no, like, I
she goes
love
in with the
strippers.
mindset of like, I'm going to demean every one of you bitches.
But, like, isn't
You're
that
my host
also
tonight.
like the excitement? It's like, yeah.
I feel like for the people that don't see the illusion of a strip club, that's the excitement. They're like, oh yeah, like they're working
Yeah,
for
it's
me
like-
tonight. But really, like you're just losing all of your hard-earned
Pretty
money
much.
for them to get it in 45 seconds and walk away with
right.
like $150. You know what I mean? Like,
And you
crazy.
cannot give money because the bouncers are like, yo, you gotta pay money. It's
Yeah.
just like a fucking.
They
I don't
do.
know.
And
I've
it's
al-
more
fucking say
fun
that?
with a girl.
Yeah.
I've
They
always
say
said
you have to fucking blow
Oh,
money.
you
like,
have to.
Yeah,
You don't
they'll
spend
be
money.
they'll like tap you.
What?
and be
at strip
like,
clubs, like if you're a dude, you have to
you
buy
can't
either
just
buy
sit there
alcohol.
and be a creep.
Yeah.
That's a little, you know. It's
I
like,
mean-
call the cops. Bro.
It's like dude's definitely
Like,
jerking
okay.
off at the bar. Yeah.
Selenia has a funny strip story.
Oh God, guys. All right.
Were
so
you the stripper?
I was. This guy. I wasn't even dating him.
Just sucking
she
the
wasn't
dick?
dating him.
I wasn't dating him, but I knew him from high school, right? So I don't even know how. I don't remember how we started talking. It might have been through the fucking DMs or whatever, you know, millennial bullshit.
It's one of the few that made it through, boys.
So he works in Virginia, but his family is from New Jersey. So he came to visit his family in New Jersey or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, let's meet up for dinner or whatever." So I'm like, "Okay, cool. Like, let me get to know him." This was before I was dating, you know, my boyfriend now. So I met him for dinner or whatever, and the dinner was just embarrassing as it was because I was super like this. I thought this guy was like completely hot. Like he was just fucking hot. I thought he was so hot. He was hot in high school. I think he was hot outside of high school. He's hot now. And like I was just so nervous around him, and so I was so tense.
She's like, so I shut up in a bra.
So I think at one point, this was towards the end of the night. I'll explain why I did this, but so he was like, all right, well, after dinner, he was like, all right, well, let's go to the bar. We need to loosen you up, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. We go to a bar. We meet his
Doesn't
friend
that
or
sound
whatever.
bad though? That sounds like
Let's go to the bar and get you blacked out drunk so you don't remember any of the night.
I don't know what his intentions were, but I mean,
Pretty sure they were
yeah,
clear right
we
there.
all know.
well, you know, like maybe, I don't know, but he didn't seem like that type of guy or whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we went to the bar, we drank a little bit, we met his friend there, which I thought was weird because if you're taking me on a date, then why is, you know, like, and we're hanging out, why are you calling your other friend to be there? Bullshit, whatever. So then his friend's like, oh,
Threesome.
let's go to the strip club. And this guy that I was talking to at the time, he was like, okay, yeah, cool. So he turns to me, he was like, you want to go to the strip club? And it's a fucking Thursday night. I have to work the next Friday. But I was like, okay, YOLO. I mean, you know, let me just fucking go and see what it's about. So we went to the strip club.
Do you remember the name of the strip club?
I don't remember it, but I know it was the strip club. It was a strip club on Route 22. It looked like a deserted motel. Like, it looked like a really sleazy fucking strip club. So we walk in there or whatever, and he actually gave me $100 to change into dollar bills. I didn't use any of my money. So this guy was like, you know, like, really, I guess, like, I thought that was nice and, you know,
Generous.
like, generous.
She's like, thanks for giving me
They've been
$100.
single.
Like, okay.
She just kept 50 in her pocket. She's like, yeah, I'll spend this later.
I fucking should have now that I thought about it because I thought it was, you know, like, it was just fucking stupid. So he gave me $100 to switch into singles to fucking throw at the strippers or whatever. So then he pays at maybe like 20 minutes into being into the strip club. He was like, all right, I'm going to pay for a stripper to give you a private dance, right? So I'm like, okay. Now I'm just finding it a little like fucking weird because now you're just making me too fucking like, now you're making me even tenser because literally this is my first time at a strip club. And
Oh,
this
this
was
is
like,
a first
this was my
experience.
first experience at a
Oh,
fucking strip
shit.
club. And so now I'm getting like really fucking tense. I'm like, oh my God, I've never done this before. I was cool with the whole fucking throwing the money at the strippers, but now I'm getting a fucking private dance.
What do I
and
do
I'm
with
like,
my hands?
literally, I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I just felt awkward as fuck. And the girl, like, I felt like I was in like a fucking revelation because like I saw all these naked chicks around me or whatever. And the girl who was dancing on me, obviously she had underwear on, but she had no bra on, and she was fucking motorboating me. It was just so fucking awkward or whatever. So I'm like, I don't
Your
know
chest
what
was
to
out
do.
too?
No. Wait, what do you mean?
Just threw your shirt? How was she motorboating you? Or she was making you motorboat her?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's what I meant. Okay.
Got it.
She
Oh,
made
so your face was
me-
in the titties.
Right, yes. My face was in her titties, and her tits were all over my face or whatever. And then at one point through the dance, he was like, you need to stop being so tense. Like, just throw some dollar bills at her. Like, she's fine. Like, it's all okay, all okay. And I'm like, I still don't know what the fuck to do. Like, I'm so nervous. Like, I'm whatever. So at the end of the dance, like, I was so totally thrown off at the fact that he fucking, brought me a fucking lap dance or whatever. And then by the time he brought me home, I cried.
Oh my god.
This is what we were talking about, me being too emotional, my toxic trait. I fucking
No, but that's
cried.
crazy. Like, that guy
Wait,
seems like
wait.
an ass.
But wait.
Didn't
I
you
don't know.
like start throwing the money? He was like, yo.
Oh yeah, at that point, like he told me to fucking throw the money.
Oh, so now
I'm like,
she's
I'm like,
on.
okay, now
She's
I'm like
like
really
making-
throwing it. Like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking, like, like
like,
make
no,
it
you're
rain
doing
on
too
this
fast.
bitch.
He's like, yo, that's 3 days of work,
Now,
bitch, chill.
now he's being fucking cheap. He was like, yo, chill. You need to stop throwing that money like that. Chill. I was like, well, you gave me all this fucking money to throw. You want me to fucking pocket it? I'll fucking pocket it. I was so pissed. Like, and the whole night, I just felt like it was so fucking thrown off. I was like, this is the first date I have with this guy. Why is he taking me to a fucking strip club? And that's why I cried, because he wanted a kiss. He leaned in for a kiss. And
This is
I
at the end
dubbed
of the
him.
night, right? Not.
This
You
is at
didn't
the
kiss
end of the
him?
night.
You didn't kiss him?
I didn't kiss him.
Did you give him cheek?
No.
So were you mad? So at this
Like,
point
he
you're
went in
mad
for
at the end of the night.
What was your move? Did you just fucking like straight up like no?
I didn't do that. I was kind of just like, I gave him, I gave him
gave
like
him
a
cheek.
side,
Ugh.
I gave him like a side cheek or
Horrible.
whatever, and then like he was like, yo, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know. Like I just became really like fucking quiet, and then like I started
Yeah,
to
he
cry.
said,
and-
Oh,
wrong
you
with
cried
you?
in front of him.
Yes, I cried in front of him.
And
I
what did
cried
he say?
in front of
What,
him.
what was doing?
He was like, yo, like,
You just
is
leave?
what you're making me seem like an asshole. Like, what the fuck did I do? And in my head, I'm like, what? You fucking.
I mean, I definitely think
What?
that was a rookie mistake. Like,
It
you don't ever
was.
take a girl on, especially on a first date, to a strip club.
That's what I'm
Unless
saying.
the girl's like, let's go to a strip club. Then it's
Right?
all on her.
Unless she's like,
Yeah.
And I felt so fucking awkward, like, and it was just out of my. I wouldn't have minded going to the strip club if I was with, Asley or like, whatever, and we were all in a group, and like, he was just trying to, hit on me or whatever, like, but it was just me, him, and his friend. So first of all, I felt like a third wheel, number one, and number two, I just felt uncomfortable, and I cried, and that was the last time.
That's weird. I don't think I've
That was
ever
the last
invited a
time
girl.
I ever fucking like, and he actually like tried to like ask me to go on another date, but this was while I was with my boyfriend now, and like I completely played him.
Did he ask like why you were dating that guy? Like he didn't call like the next day and was like, oh, let's go do another date or whatever.
No. Well, he texted me the next day and he was like, yo, like, I don't know what your problem was. Like, like, I didn't mean to make you
Blaming
upset.
you.
Blaming me, but making me look like the asshole. Like, I was the fucked up one
Damn.
for being uncomfortable because you brought me to a fucking strip club on our first date.
I feel like that's some guy's secret superpower, is like learning how to make
Crazy.
the other
Right.
person feel bad.
funny though.
Would you ever bring a girl to a strip club
No.
while
like,
also you're going there with your friend?
no.
Right.
That's
Mad
terrible.
third wheel.
So
mad
Like,
weird.
I've
So
gone to strip clubs
weird.
like with my ex before, but that was like it was like her decision.
Yeah,
or,
it's
like-
usually the
or
girl's
like a group of
decision.
us went, and it was like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But I would never be like, hey, let's go hang out today.
And don't get
let's
me
make it a strip
wrong.
club. They've got great wings.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like I could have said no, but I felt like I felt like I had to say yes because I felt like like I didn't want to seem like a Debbie Downer or negative Nancy, and like I wanted to have fun, but then we
Yeah.
went there and it just fucking went south.
But it seemed like you didn't get to have
And I
your
was
own
like,
fun. It was like he was making you do what he wanted to see you doing.
Exactly, and I
Some
didn't like
weird
that.
fetish of his. is
And I
wanna
didn't
see some
fucking
girl
like
dance
that.
on her.
Were you like judging him though, like through like were you like seeing what kind of women he was into, or like was there any
No.
kind of judging weird?
There
like,
was no judgment at all on his behalf. Like it was a little weird, I won't lie. Like seeing him like like put the stripper and the monies like like underwear and smacking their asses, and he even got a private dance too. He paid for a private dance for himself too. So but I wasn't
So none of
judging
that was
him.
a judgment. None of that was like what the fuck.
It was a little weird, but I didn't judge him. I wasn't kind of just like, oh my god, like what the fuck, like why is he fucking doing that? Like he's dirty. This like I wasn't judging him. I didn't care, I just thought the whole situation was weird in general. So I was kind of just thrown off by everything. But it was just weird, and it was a lesson learned, and I'll never fucking do it again.
How old were you?
Just was what, fucking a year and a half ago?
Oh, really?
He was like 27 maybe.
And he's the same age, about the same age.
Yeah, he's like maybe 2 years older than me. Like 30,
Older,
31.
too. That just seems like
That's
a
crazy.
stupid guy.
Yeah, right.
Right?
It's just
I feel like
dumb.
it's like all guys just know.
He just
don't do
doesn't
that.
give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
don't,
yeah.
don't do that.
I mean, apparently he didn't, so
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Lesson learned.
Lesson
right?
learned for that one. So that was actually. Wasn't that one of the topics? Your
Was it?
worst date?
Oh, is that the worst? That was the worst out of all of them.
Uh,
I mean, it sounds pretty.
Sounds
bad.
like a pretty
one
bad
of the
date.
Yeah, that
worst.
sounds
Yeah,
pretty
it was.
bad.
It was probably maybe top 3,
Yeah,
maybe top 2,
but top.
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 That was top. Yeah.
How about you guys? What is your worst dates?
I don't know if I've ever had a worst date. I think it was more like the date got canceled and that made it like the worst experience.
Aw.
It wasn't me that it got
That's
canceled.
depressing.
It was like I had like
Damn,
I-
you were
I
stood
planned out,
up
like,
or
huh?
like stood up kind
no,
of
no, I wasn't set up. It
canceled?
was like I had planned a lot of events for the day, so like I would call in like restaurants for certain reservations, certain time slots.
Damn, you had a whole day planned out,
Yeah, whole day.
and that shit was canceled. Yo,
Well, because like she gave me the whole like, oh, I'm still getting ready, like the whole like late excuse, like girls, take forever getting ready type of thing. So like, the last thing on the agenda was like go see a movie, and like that was supposed to be like at 8 o'clock. So like nothing else happened except for like a 10:45 p.m. movie because like she was still getting ready like the whole night. So that was probably like one of the worst.
getting ready. That means she was sucking some other day.
Damn.
Well,
No,
man,
no,
put
no,
it that
no.
way then.
Whoa, I mean, maybe.
Oh no, but that's depressing though. Like getting your hopes up.
I mean, it wasn't about getting my. It was. I didn't like have my.
Hey,
hopes
you
up. It was
saved
just-
money. How about that?
yeah, like 2 days in, I was like, yeah, that was a lot of money I would have spent. So I guess take that.
That's
I mean,
true.
I guess.
That's right.
And then
Yeah.
did it work out in the end or no?
We dated for like a couple weeks, I think.
Oh wow, you gave her more chances.
Did you guys bang?
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
that's all
It
you
all
need.
worked out at the end.
Most of the time,
Orgasms.
like first or second date. If the bang doesn't happen, then it's like, alright.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, just because I believe like if like you're trying to date somebody that you're not like attracted to, like after the first night of like going out and getting and like having the one-on-one, if you don't feel that, why are you gonna try and force that? Like, you know what I mean? That's a big part of a relationship.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. You should want to fucking be into somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I understand
Before
if,
you
like
move
people
forward.
like, a lot of women, even some guys, they don't want to come off as like perverse or like hoes or whatever, so they're not gonna try and initiate on the first night. But like if you just feel that chemistry, like don't even try and pretend like you can try and be a good person. Like go fuck in the bathroom in the club if you feel like you have to. You know what I mean? Like I've had experiences like that too. Like you're out at a comedy club or whatever, drinking, having a good time with friends.
You fucked in the bathroom of the club.
Yeah, a comedy club in the city.
What?
Yeah, yeah. The,
You bold. You're
uh,
bold.
Something Cellar.
good?
Something Cellar.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I've been there.
No, it's not the comedy.
Comedy Cellar.
It's not that one
No?
actually. It's in the West Village, Village Lantern.
Oh, I love the West
Yeah,
Village.
the Village Lantern.
It's the fucking
Yeah,
best.
it was like a group of us. We had gone to a comedy club in Queens, and then the owner was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a set." It was like midnight. He's like, "I'm doing a set in Manhattan. Can you give me a ride and like I'll get you guys in for free?" So me and the
What?
girls were there like, "Yeah, sure." Gave him a ride to the next club or whatever. There was like no parking, so he's like, him and the girl went in, and then I was like, "I'll find parking. I'll go in." As soon as I go in, she grabs me by the hand, takes me downstairs. She's like, "Yo, there's like no one downstairs," and like, did our thing.
Oh
Fun.
shit.
Damn.
Yeah, man. If like you feel like I don't know, like just if you feel the chemistry, like
And that was
as
the
long as
first
you're
date.
single.
That was the first date.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, or is it like second maybe?
You pimp.
He's like, where can I find girls like that?
Yeah, right. Nah, I don't. it's like rare for me. Like,
I feel
the
like
first date.
if like if you can tell they're into it and like they know you're into it, like as long as there's no other person that you have at home waiting for you, you're being an asshole about things. Like
You
do
right,
what
you
you're
right.
gonna do.
You right.
If it doesn't work out, like
True.
2-3 dates later on, you found out, oh fuck, they were a good fuck, but like they have no personality. That's a different story. That's a
That
different conversation.
sucks. Yeah, that sucks
You know what
so
I mean?
much.
You're right. Pep, what about you? What was your worst date? Your
Worst-
worst date by far until this day of your life.
Worst date? I don't know. Like I've had like a couple of them, like just no personality kind of things. I can't really think of anything like too.
But like you would go on a
Crazy.
date with someone like you didn't know at all, like, and it was like you're meeting a complete stranger for the first time without.
Aren't
having
they
some
all
type
like
of,
that?
Any Tinder dates?
Not really, because
Yeah.
like you
You
would
go on a
like
date with someone-
Bad Tinder
conversations
dates?
and stuff.
What was your worst Tinder date?
Tinder.
I'll like.
We gotta go. We're going by platform.
Yo.
Did you fuck her? Was she Brazilian?
That bitch was Brazilian, wasn't she?
I mean, that wasn't a bad date.
He's like, that was.
That was
Lit
alright.
21.
That was all right date. Tinder specifically, like nothing bad. Maybe like some weird, like I just sometimes where like the chemistry doesn't, match up, and because I feel like I could talk to anybody, like even no matter what, like I have something to talk about. I think it was like, I mean, it's like one girl, like we had like nothing to talk about. It's like so weird,
Awkward.
right? But then we had sex, and like the sex was really good.
What?
And then
Okay.
and
It's
it's
the quiet
like,
ones, you know.
but it wasn't even quiet. It was just like I would
After the
bring
sex,
stuff
was it
up.
still awkward silence?
Yeah, because we had like,
Like, okay,
breakfast or whatever, and
Oh, you
Damn,
took
you
her
gotta
out
talk
to
about like how crazy the
breakfast?
sex was. Then you fuck her on the kitchen
Damn.
table right over there.
well, I mean, you go. No, I was like at a hotel kind of thing.
Oh shit! Oh, you don't do
Shit.
your dirty work here?
I mean, once in a while.
All
you
right,
know?
that's respectful. You got roommates.
Yeah.
How's that? All right, I want to have to talk about that. Like, I live alone. You live with roommates. So how's that situation when it comes to?
Do you introduce her to your roommates? Like, oh, this is
Like if it's something serious, I mean, I would bring, you know.
Where's Ninja? I don't believe you.
Huh?
I said, where's Ninja? I don't believe you.
No, yeah, if Ninja was here, he would have some stories. But then it's like, if I'm not that serious, it'll probably be like a hotel or something. But it's like, you know, hasn't been happened recently, you know.
I
Just
feel like that's just like a lot of money wasted for just.
you can't let
one
them know where
night.
you live, man. You
That
those
is true.
crazy Sinead
That is
O'Connor
true.
ones
That is
coming,
true.
bro.
That is true.
That's why you gotta do the. That's why you gotta find one that is willing to take you into the bathroom of a comedy club.
Exactly. Those are those gems, you know.
The
Where
gems.
can you
Gems.
find those gems at?
Those are the ones you marry. I think. To be honest with
Probably,
you,
right?
I think so.
Probably,
I mean,
yeah.
I gotta agree with that. I kind of agree with that.
The crazy
You know what I mean?
ones.
Like, because
Crazy.
you don't want like I'm not gonna
Well,
say
she
a
ain't
boring
crazy.
life, but like damn, she was like trying to have just as much fun with you as you were with her, and she.
That gives spice in their relationship.
Yeah.
Like it's spicy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but you don't want to start off with that spice.
Why not?
Why not?
I mean,
Because
then
now
at that
it's
point-
like you gotta top that.
See, wrong
No, you
perspective.
don't.
Now it's
No.
like, see, I
No,
look at
you
it now
don't.
as like a
You have
competition
such a
with you
weird
and that person. It's like, who's
mentality.
gonna like outdo it next? Like, who's gonna initiate the next crazy?
Well, not just
experience?
that, and it's like when you're in a relationship, like you know you're not gonna expect spice all the fucking time. Like that
Right.
period
That
like
adobo.
dies after a couple, you know, like a year or so or whatever, 2 years. I don't know. Like you
It's
can
supposed
expect
to
that.
die, but
Say
why
like
is it
adobo?
supposed to die?
I don't think
Because you just get
it's
used to
supposed to
people.
I don't think it's supposed to die. I think it's a
Not
job for the
die.
two people to make it like at one point you have to be like, all right, fucking life exists. Like I have a job, I have a career. You
Yes.
have a job, you have a career. Like whatever, life is busy. But I still feel like you have to make sex fun in any way that you can. Bring food in the bedroom, fucking hot, like chocolate, whipped cream, like whatever, like experiment
mean-
like that.
Cheesecake.
What?
Oh, I love cheesecake.
All right.
If somebody
whole
brought cheesecake
Oreo
in the
pie.
fucking room when they were fucking me, that's it. They had my fucking
That
heart.
New York
So it's
crust.
like put a little piece on their dick. And you're
Yes,
just like, oh
I'm
my God,
like I
love
will
you.
suck your dick every single fucking day.
That's like that's how you put the little spice in the relationship, you know?
Yeah, but that can't exist all the time.
No,
You can if you
but
make it.
You're not
If you
gonna
try to.
like bring fucking whipped cream into. I'm not thinking of bringing whipped cream into the bedroom every time I fuck my man. Like,
no, not
every
every
time.
time, but it's like you don't start off with that because now it's like, you know, then that's where
No,
people
but I
are
mean,
kind of
you
like, oh, we
experiment.
started off crazy and now we're just doing
You
regular
know,
I
you
mean,
start
shit.
to experiment.
so?
You get like sex
Yeah,
dice.
but then you just space it out. Like, why don't you just space it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's what
It's
we're
not,
saying.
like,
Like,
gonna
if
be,
you go
like,
comedy
so
club
horrible.
in the beginning,
Like first date, sex in the comedy club bathroom. Like what
now
do you
it's like when it's the anniversary, you can't just,
go fuck in that
Fucking-
bathroom again. That's
Nah,
make
you
it's a
gotta go to
special
Oh,
day.
that's
Airplane.
cute.
you know?
She said, "Oh, that's cute." Hey, babe, let's go to that comedy club. We first, our first date, and
If he
ruin that bathroom
initiated
wall
it, I
again.
wouldn't initiate that again.
You
I'd
you
be
go to the
like,
comedy
I
club
want
and
you
pull
to
her
do
pants
it.
down, and she's like, "Oh, I remember." I remember."
We were in this stall last time.
That's your cum stain.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Too much there. No, but I mean, like you can buy like sex dice or like handcuffs, things to just
yeah. I mean, you have
fucking
to keep
shock
it.
devices. You,
You
get a
have
little
to
weird.
keep it like
Don't judge me.
going. You know, Just- well, you can't just have it.
So the day after that, like, did you like text her afterwards?
Wait, which
Or
one?
Was it
The
the, bad
breakfast. The
one?
no
Oh,
conversation.
no
with
So you guys
conversation.
really had-
communication.
you had nothing to talk about.
Nothing. No, it was like so weird.
So what the fuck were you doing, sitting and eating, and not were you
It was
not
just kinda
talking
like
at
I was,
all?
No, I was like trying, and it was.
So
just
you
like,
were trying. You were putting the initiative. Into
So it
talk
was
to
like
her.
topic, you'd get a couple responses, topic died. Next topic, you
Exactly,
get like one or two responses,
exactly.
topic
Ooh, that's
died.
rough.
I hate conversations like that.
yeah.
Like it's like, damn, let's talk about aliens in space and where you think you came from, and let's talk about that for 4 hours.
right. I mean, it was like like I would just get like one word answers or whatever, and like so in
Words.
my mind I'm thinking like, oh, she's not interested.
Yeah.
And then something and her body language like told me she was interested. Like we started kissing.
Yeah, that's what I'm more
or
confused
whatever.
about. I was like, you had like
Okay.
zero.
Like, there was
you had,
something
You had
that-
no
that-
fruitful conversation yet. You got the panties off. Like I think every guy listening wants to know how did you do that one?
I mean, it was definitely something on her end who gave
Right.
me that because, like, at the time I was like, oh, like this is just not going good. Like this is not it, you know. But then something about her body language or whatever made me be like, oh, you know, she's interested or whatever. So
Okay, ladies, worst dates.
I would
Um,
do my first date.
I kind of the one for Tinder. We went. I think it was like lunch or
Do-
some
do
shit
I know this
by my
guy?
job.
Was it on your
I'm
ramen?
pretty sure you did. No, it was a Dominican spot.
That's where he fucked up. He didn't. take
It
you on
was
your ramen.
it was very 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 like, you know, like store corners, like food
Oh,
kind of thing.
greasy.
I love that place though, so I was like, all right, we could go there or whatever. And you know, we sat down. He was like talking about like he was like just becoming a cop, so I was like, all right. And then
I think I know this story.
so like
I think I know this.
nah. I did a lot of cops.
Oh shit!
So so you know, we ate, we're having conversations. I did not like him already. Like I just knew like the attraction wasn't there. So I was like, all right, you know, I tried. So we left or whatever. He was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna drive you back to work or whatever, because I work like right there. So got in his car. I was like, all right, thank you, blah blah blah. And then when he was gonna drop me off, he leaned in for a kiss. And I was just like, ugh, like we didn't even like, you know, like mix well type of thing. Like it wasn't like a great fucking date. And then he was just like so upset of like that I didn't want to kiss him. I'm like, what are you doing? like I got angry because I'm like, you really think that you're gonna get a kiss?
What do
And
you mean
then
he got
he was
upset?
like, he just felt some type of way.
He cried.
Until this day, like he keeps DMing me like, oh, like
Petty.
when are we gonna hang out? Like when are we gonna have some drinks? Like, you know, I miss you type of shit. And I'm just like, yo, like our date was like an hour, not even like less, because that's all I have for lunch. So I don't know.
Petty.
That was my worst date, I would say.
what happened if like before like he did that, he would have told you like, oh, I don't think we mixed well, and you know maybe we should go our own ways. Like, would you get offended at that point? Would you be like, no,
No.
that's
Or
my
would you take the
position.
kiss and be like, cool, bro?
No.
No.
I
No,
think
I wouldn't mind, especially I would mind if he was like, if I liked him and like, you know, he was like, you know, hot, you know, maybe I would have mind. Actually that happened to me one time. I still ended up fucking him, but it was another cop. He was like, he did not
So he was using
like
that
me, and
Jedi
he
mind trick on
specifically
you.
told me, he was like, yeah, this is not gonna work out. And then I was like, all right, but can we still fuck? Because he was hot. He was a really hot cop.
So you were interested though. It
I
wasn't like,
was interested
okay.
because he was cute. You know, he like had his situation. You know,
What situation?
he was cool
Oh.
too. Like
Had a
he had
loaded
like
pistol.
a good
what?
life story behind him. Like he's, you know,
So they have to have a good
Potential,
biography
you know?
before.
kind of, yeah.
Oh, that makes-
And then yeah, he didn't like me because I started. I said that I gotta go take a piss on my date. So
This is the
he
one.
was
oh
like,
my god, I
You don't
can't
like
stand
that?
fucking shallow
He was
ass
like,
guys
no.
like that.
He got upset that she said she has to go take a piss. Like, it was
yeah,
weird.
guys,
he's
stop
like, I
fucking
can't
doing
bring
that.
you to my mother.
Fuck that.
And
Fuck
I'm
that.
like,
I
okay.
remember this piece of shit
Yeah.
guy. He fucking pissed me off.
But I did
See,
go.
I live in
But
reality
is that
where
a
girls
thing?
take pisses and they shit.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So sometimes when you're with them, it's going to happen.
And that's when
Thank
I knew,
you.
like when he was like, you know, no,
welcome.
I knew that I
stand
was
to
happy
them.
with that decision because that's all we talk about in my family is like shit. So, all right,
And taking pisses.
that's fine.
But do you go into your like boyfriend's like when he's shitting? Do you go into his bathroom? Like, why do women overstep that boundary? Like, can
No,
just
I will
shit in
never-
Dude,
peace?
I gotta be
I
real with you.
will
There's a point.
never-
I gotta be real with you too, because you've only been in the relationship for how long? Like,
Almost a year.
okay, yeah. When you hit the 5-year mark, and
No,
you
but I
gotta
don't
go
But
give
I'm
a
not
fuck.
gonna
I
be in
don't
there.
wanna
No,
know.
listen. I've
yeah,
been
you say that
in.
now, bro. I've been in like long relationships. All right,
But not when you're shitting. I've
I-
been in long relationships too, and I will never step in a fucking bathroom when a man's shitting. I will never do that.
See, but I don't care if like my girl's shitting. I don't give a fuck. But like, I don't want her
But I won't even like when if my
thing,
man's
like,
in the bathroom with me shitting. It just makes me uncomfortable. I want my fucking privacy.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But there's women that just open the door and they're like,
Oh,
let
no,
me
no.
in and all this bullshit.
I think when you find that person that you think you can have like a family with, and you're both gonna be wiping some other little shit's ass, at one point you just say, I don't give a fuck what you ate yesterday. I need to go shower. I'm late for work. Keep taking your shit. I gotta get ready.
I
Like-
mean,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
At the end
I
of the day,
agree
there's
with
gonna
that,
be that
yeah.
point where it's like, okay, drop the fucking wall of like, I've never smelled what you've dropped, or like, I've never heard you taking a shit. Like, if you live together, or if like you spend every day together, like, it's gonna happen. You both had Indian food last night. You're both waking up with the same stomach problems. One of you's gonna walk in on the other person.
If you have a weak stomach.
Oh my god. with this.
Yeah, shots
okay,
fired.
Asley.
No, but like,
On the
yeah.
way over, she was like, I don't get
feel-
people with weak stomachs. Like, why can't you just eat whatever you want?
Like, I don't get it. I don't know.
What?
I pride myself when I shit. I'm like, yeah.
She
Like
told me
you
this
invite
morning.
people in.
What did you take this morning? She told me this morning she took 2 ginger shots, like
Yeah.
pressed ginger with apple cider vinegar mixed with that, and then she just had coffee like after that. Like that,
I'm a
that
no.
to me is like I'm throwing up everywhere, like all that acid and shit.
No, Asley loves her poops.
Yeah.
She really prides herself on
I
poop.
progressed
I
in
know.
college. Selenia would make fun
I
of me.
progressed.
Because one time I forgot to flush. And Selenia
Pellets,
walked
guys.
in.
The pellets were like.
Pellets.
I had a bad,
Fucking
like,
that doesn't
ferret?
sound
Health.
You're a fucking
Healthy.
ferret.
yeah, I had
Well, let
pellets.
me tell you this funny story. She couldn't fucking flush the toilet, right? Because it, like, you know, I don't know
With
what.
the pellets
Our
fly?
college,
she
it was
did.
college dorm toilets.
I
so they
have
suck.
no clue why why the toilet wouldn't flush. So like I didn't see anything in there, but like when I go to like plunge it or use the plunger, the pellets started coming. And they were like fucking small ass little like, you know, like drops just
Fucking
floating in the toilet.
rabbit shit.
I'm like, Asley, what is wrong with your fucking system?
She's
It
like-
looks like cat poop.
So you're cool with seeing her shit in the bathroom, but like if your man was taking
Well,
shit,
she-
No.
just-
I didn't see her shit.
Yeah.
I don't even care about seeing my boyfriend. I don't care about seeing shit in general. I see shit every day at fucking work. Who cares? But
where do
like,
you work?
I'm a preschool teacher, so
Makes
you know,
sense.
kids poop all the time, and I see their poop, and then sometimes they ask me to wipe their butts, and I wipe their butts for them. You know, I help them,
Okay.
Do they
so
take
I don't care.
advantage?
But what?
Do they take advantage?
What
Like
kid
you
is
asked
smart
every
enough?
day this
Sometimes.
week to get wiped. No, that's it.
Sometimes they
You
take
didn't even
advantage.
shit.
Yeah, right. You didn't do shit.
I'm like, no, you wipe your own butt.
And how old are these kids?
They're
12.
3.
Oh well.
Yo.
Well,
Don't put me out to be a fucking pedophile.
Harvey Weinstein.
Fucking guys,
Yeah, too real.
I'm a preschool teacher.
well, 3 makes more sense. Then.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, but I mean,
Huh.
it's different.
So, but like, yeah, if your girl was taking a shit, you just, or if you were using the bathroom, you're
it's just
locking
you
that.
it's too vulnerable. Yeah, I lock the door. No, I'm doing my own.
How would
thing
you feel
right
if you were
now.
taking a shower, she walks in and just drops a load?
I don't care about that. But
So
it's just
then,
like
yeah.
me being in that vulnerable position.
Fucking
You
ass,
know?
You're
like
like a
ass
dog.
I
out.
can't defend myself
What
in
is
case
what-
she
what-
wants
what-
to attack. I don't
What if she
know.
you walk in and just like reach under the bowl and shove her hand up
Like
your
she'll
ass?
have
out
that
of
like she'll
curiosity?
come in bald, rip poster of the Pope, you know, having that Sinead O'Connor moment. I'm like, oh shit, I can't defend myself.
That's it. She's bald. She's crazy.
You know?
Okay, all right. Well,
It just it's not good. I mean, even cats cover up their shit. You know, like they know we're
They
animals.
know.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
instinctive. So that the prey, they're fucking.
They don't want their prey to know where they're at.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like.
So your
hide
girlfriend became
myself.
your prey all of a
It
sudden.
might be. No, it might be my
First
attacker,
of all,
you know?
now
Oh,
you want to date
predator.
bald women? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. I can
He's
never do
avoiding
that.
this.
That's another thing, huh?
You're avoiding the bald women.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't
boy.
date women with short hair. Like it's just weird.
But
You need
why?
something
Okay,
to
so
pull.
that's another great topic. Why?
You can't date
Because
women
if you're
with
getting
short hair.
head and like you reach for a head and you feeling a number 2 fade, it kind of like throws you off. Like
You know
what
what?
the fuck?
I
is
like
going
that
on?
reasoning. That's a good reasoning.
Yeah, I can't. And, you know,
So you
like
want to
it.
pull something when she's
All
sucking
right.
your dick? Is that
of
what
course.
you're
Well, that too.
He's
but
like, I
it's
don't care
just
about
like
pulling. He's like, I just don't want to feel
yeah,
the face.
Left.
I mean, definitely like for like doggy and shit, like for pulling, right?
Rubbing the
But
fade.
but for like getting head, it's like now it becomes like a man down there, like
sucking your dick?
yeah, and it's like no, you know,
Bro, you wouldn't survive in jail.
Damn.
no,
No.
no.
You'd be sucking. the dick.
Epstein, but I mean, even he didn't kill himself.
Well, that's what a lot of people say, and then they
No,
make
you
it-
don't. You're not keeping up with it. Now they're saying he's alive, but they got him out of there.
Wait, Epstein's alive now? Is that the new one?
if you're like your conspiracy theory, if you're here, that's fine. But us real conspiracy
you're there?
theorists,
Oh my God! Here we go.
we
Oh, okay.
believe that he's alive and they took him somewhere else.
I
Okay.
see.
So
And they're
also,
pretending he's dead.
you want to go travel and join that show for Flat Earth, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I think Netflix is coming out with a show.
We got a new planet. Just saying.
That's true. That is true.
You think Australia's real?
Is it really a planet though?
Here we go.
Because
planet.
you know,
17-year-old
Pluto was a planet,
discovers
then it wasn't.
planet 6.9 times larger than Earth on third day of internship with NASA. Okay,
What
so
the fuck's
what
NASA been doing then for the past couple
Right?
of years?
Right?
That eyebrow.
fucking
though.
17-year-old
Like, look
kid
at that.
fucking-
Is there another picture?
His
Why are
picture
you
is the
judging
reason.
him?
Unibrow?
and
Just
his
based off of
freaking
his
looks.
based off of his like not care of how he looks, I believe he discovered another planet.
But like, what the fuck is this planet?
What kind of
And most
Planet.
likely gave it some weird fucking name.
I
Toll.
mean, that's if you believe in
They
planets.
called it no,
You know,
Then what the fuck are we on? What are we on?
a simulation.
it's simulation. This is virtual reality.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
we're not on a planet.
I bought this book on astral projection.
Uh-huh.
It's just been a curiosity of mine for quite some time, and it theorizes that we live in a multidimensional universe, but it's all within ourselves, and the reality that we see is fabricated by like thoughts placed there by like other multidimensional beings. I don't know if it's true or not, but
But what are we? Like, are we real?
so right now we live in a frequency of matter, so solid matter. But like as you die, you move on different This is according to the book. This is not what I believe in or whatever. But as like you die, or you can control frequencies, you can like enter another level of existence to where like you're not solid and everything else is passable as well. But it'll still look like the same world you're in today. Again, these are all theories by people that have claimed that they've projected and have like near death experiences. Like they all have a lot of the same similar traits.
You know what scares me about dying? It's like,
Not knowing.
no, like,
Just scares the shit out of
if
everybody.
you
I
shit
think.
yourself. Like, you ever had
They're
to,
gonna
like,
find
oh
you.
my god.
They're
use
gonna
the
find you.
bathroom and you're like, I cannot get into an accident because if I shit myself when I die, that's all everybody's gonna be talking about. You know, so like then you're really on point driving. Like, I'm gonna get home, live. You know,
wow?
isn't
love
that-
your
you guys
fucking-
don't think about
No.
that? No.
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 Like, what happens if you died and you shit yourself? Like, don't you
Dude, you're
think-
dead. I think the
like,
worst
that's
thing
what
that can
happens
happen
when you
is-
die anyway.
Not
Sometimes
all
you
the
shit
time.
yourself.
Not if you're like just.
He's like, not if you just shit.
Yeah, if you
Sure
just
that you
shit.
shit before.
Yeah, if you shit
You get
before
in
you
the
die,
car.
that's how you're supposed to do
So you
things.
just don't want people to find you
Full of shit.
full of shit.
Not all my.
Like I knew he was full of shit.
Right? They'll stand over your casket and be like, he shit himself.
Like, bro, I know you weren't there, but that room smell. You ever smelled the decaying body and shit?
No.
I want to smell a dead body.
You know,
What the fuck?
Really?
I was looking
wanna
up
know
on
that
YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it on our Hot Mess Honey's YouTube
Yo,
page
the
because I
shit
look
that
up
I
a
be
whole bunch of
seeing.
shit. But I was looking up like I don't know. One day I was like really interested on like what morticians do, like how they fucking embalm the body, how they like
So cool.
stick up, like how they fill you up with like all these chemicals to make your body like preserve until like for a week until your funeral or wake or whatever. And it's actually pretty fucking cool. And I was watching this one video. You look at me like I'm fucking crazy because I'm not, but the death is really interesting. Death is interesting. Like what happens to your body when you die? You ever
Worms
think about
eat it.
that?
Well, the body
Yeah.
we know, but you mean like the soul?
No, the body in general.
It decomposes
Like, it
after
decomposes, but like it's cool how it decomposes. Am I weird? Like, am I the only one who thinks about that? Like, I think
the
it's really
nails
cool.
apparently still grow and shit.
Yeah, and they say like
I wanna be
like
cremated.
certain parts of your body
Burn
you're
me.
still But
What
why?
happens if you feel that though?
Why?
Oh,
why?
I'm convinced it's like you're gonna think you're going to hell. Like your conscious will relate to the flames, but I don't know. I feel like that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Do
know.
you have a plan of when you're gonna die? Like when you die,
Next
have you
Tuesday.
told your family like, "Yo, I want to wake," or
I told
like,
a few
"I
people.
want to"?
I told a few people that I want to be cremated. Like the people I think would be around. Like my little brother knows. Like whatever. He keeps joking that if he does cremate, he's gonna put a little bit of me in a necklace and wear me around the rest of his life. And I was like, okay, psycho. Yeah, no, I just want to be cremated. That's all I know. But now I'm seeing these like really cool things. Like there's like a glass blowing company that they'll take your ashes and
I
they'll
think
like
that's
make
bullshit.
you like orbs or whatever. Like they'll use your ashes to make like a centerpiece for a table or whatever.
I heard about
I don't
that.
believe that shit. I believe they already have fucking orbs,
And
and
they
they're
just
like, "Oh
say-
yeah, okay, like let's just throw this ash away. Here you
That's
go.
fucked
This is Mike in a fucking glass."
Regardless, but like yeah, I don't want to be put in a box and put in the ground. Like worms eat you. Like I don't want my body to be eaten by fucking.
Damn, you don't want to
I
contribute
want to see what a
to the
body
circle
looks
of life.
like.
A
Like, I
dead
want-
body's really really weird. When my
Let's
grandma
Google it.
passed- when my
Like I
grandma
want to see
passed-
what a body looks like after like years of like 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 5 years or something.
Let's
like,
go
Google
grave
it.
proposing.
Google it.
digging.
Yeah, and like open a casket and see what it
Let's
fucking
do
looks
it.
like.
But don't-
You
don't
know,
put it
go
on
get
YouTube.
arrested.
is it just bones?
Don't put it on
You
YouTube.
still got some things
At
on
night.
you, like
I mean, you can Google it. You can put it on YouTube. You can put it on the stream.
Dead people.
Decaying
guys. I'm
body,
fucking
fun.
weird, but it's so interesting.
We
But
should look
death
up
is so
what
Like when a
interesting
body
to me.
dies, like instantly, it changes. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
when
like
grandma
your
passed away, we
skin
were all in the
turns
room.
yellow
But,
and-
Yeah, she turned blue. My grandma turned blue, and like her skin, like literally, like you saw, like flushed with blood, and then just like to her, it dropped to her bones. And then,
That's
like when I gave her a kiss
crazy.
on the forehead, it was
Human
just bones.
body.
But a Big Mac looks exactly the same in
A
10 years. You ever
Big
seen
Mac?
that? They have
Yeah.
Oh, I
10-year-old
saw that. Yes, because it's all the shit they put in.
Have you
Yeah.
ever seen a
Yeah.
Big Mac
Chemicals.
put in acid?
saw that.
It doesn't dissolve in acid.
I saw that
Really?
too. Yeah, she put it
Crazy.
in acid. And
So
it
imagine what
doesn't-
that does to your body.
What is that? A
Oh,
lamb?
that's a body. The second one.
Let's
What
go to
about
the
that
dark
one?
web.
I'm not putting this on there.
Yeah, don't put that on there.
Oof.
Effing gross.
Oh my
that's
God.
crazy. Like their body was just laying there and decaying the whole time. How long was it till they were fucking found?
Oh, that must be.
That would have been a good
smelly.
commercial for carpet cleaner though. Like
Wow.
if they would have cleaned that.
You know, there's
yeah.
companies who do that,
No,
right?
Pep,
Who,
that was
like,
his shit. That was it. Just went around.
Like
his
John
body.
Wick.
That's not shit though.
No, I'm
That's the
kidding.
body, right? Like oh,
oh my God, look at his body. It's
man,
just
you guys are
crazy.
sick.
All right, this is what you're fucking
Do
interested.
you guys
in?
get off on this or something?
No,
I bet they do. Celia's gonna call her boyfriend like, let me suck your dick to watching this shit later.
I mean, guys, come on, really?
That's how you keep
Look at
the
that
spice
one. Look at that
alive.
one. She's smiling.
She died
You look like that
happily.
guy was laughing though.
Those are the ones that freak me out. Like when they find like skulls with like hair fragments still on
Those
it or
are
whatever.
scary.
It's like,
Did you
oh.
guys ever go to that museum
No.
of the?
Or where they cut the body up or whatever.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I
I think it was
love
called
that.
Bodies. Wasn't it called like bodies?
Yeah.
And it was like they had like the veins laid out.
Yeah, it
Sometimes
was so cool.
They have like they had a pregnant woman there one time who I guess like had passed away or something, and the
I
baby was
guess.
still in her. I mean,
Sure
I don't
she
know. Maybe she
They
like
killed her.
dedicated
for
her
the
body
museum.
for people to learn from. Some people do that. Some people like dedicate their bodies
Yeah, they
for
donate it.
you know
That's
the
so
donate
science.
their body, the Asians.
So yeah. or
Do they
whatever.
charge for that museum?
Yeah,
So
Mm,
you donate your body for free, and then somebody's making money off that. It's
pretty much.
think
fucked up.
they charge.
Pretty
So-
much. Yeah, I paid like $30 to get in that motherfucker.
Right.
I like that
You
one.
shoulda Grouponed it.
Shitty advice question.
The
Since
what?
we're on death, how to die without pain?
Oh,
Uh,
the
Don't
car.
die.
Damn.
Don't die.
That
What the
is pretty
fuck?
But you
sad.
planned out your escape plan, right? Just in case something, you know, like
do you mean?
right, like I don't know, something goes down. You made the wrong bets. Like, got to make that escape plan out of life.
What do you mean, like faking your own death,
Yeah,
or like,
no,
or
well, that
actually
too.
killing
You
yourself?
never done that too? Well, yeah, both. You have to.
No, I don't think I've ever
you
planned
need
out
a
my
plan
own
A,
death.
plan B. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Just don't get into situations where you need to fake your own death.
No.
That's not a possibility.
If
Okay.
you gotta kill yourself, you do it in the car, in the garage, like
yeah,
a
yeah,
gentleman.
You put the
know?
hose from the tailpipe
Yeah,
into your
everybody
window, roll
knows
up all
that
the
one.
windows. You do that one. That one's a normal one. I think
And
that's
then
fine.
if you fake your own death, I don't even want to.
I think I get. I'd want to be interesting with it
got
though.
good
Maybe like hang
secrets.
myself on a block of ice, let that shit melt, you know, and then
Then you become a riddle for
Damn,
the rest of
that's
that's what I want people to be like. How the
lot
fuck?
of work.
Like, how do you do that?
I
Yeah.
always think about, well, not that I always think about,
Always think
but
about.
like if I do sometimes, you know, I feel like it's kind of normal to have suicidal thoughts, but
I
like not
do.
really.
No,
like,
I really do.
It is. It's normal.
Isn't it?
is.
But nobody says it's normal.
Because when you
Yeah,
want to talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
it, then it
I
happens,
like
oh my god, he
sometimes-
needs help or she
Yes.
needs help. It's
I
like,
feel
oh,
yeah.
weird
It's not like you're ever
when
gonna go
people
through
are-
with it. You just
but-
think about it. Like, what would happen if I killed myself?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Right.
especially during tax time and like those times where like
I
you gotta
live on
do
the
something,
11th
like-
floor, right? So I
here we
always
go.
think like,
Don't jump.
what if like I just throw myself
Don't
out
jump.
the window? But then I always have that fear, like, what if I fucking survive?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
fucking survive, so I have to
Right.
go head first, and like, I also have that thrill that I love of like falling. So
This is the best
maybe
day
it'll
ever.
be great, and then boom.
Dead.
But
See-
then what if I survive? Like that is like, damn,
See,
can't
my-
do
My
that. I'm
first
not
thought
gonna
isn't
do
what if I
that.
survive. My thought's like, man, the poor person's got to clean this shit up.
That's true too.
like
yeah.
that's my
Damn.
first thought. Is like,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah.
I don't know, but like you would still feel that pain. Even if you die, you still feel that pain for
The
1
instant.
second.
Yeah.
You still it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you gotta
Still
feel
feel
that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you shitting yourself is like, probably, like
Well, yeah. If you
You're
jump
probably
out of a
shitting
11
on yourself while you're
That's
falling.
true,
from
too.
If you jump out of an 11-story window, that shit's like exploding out your asshole against whatever's that.
Everything.
know
well, you
what I
ever seen that documentary where the people jump off the bridge and like they survive and then they talk to them and then most of them say like as they're falling they were like, oh, this was a mistake, like they regretted it. You know, like they plan. Some of them plan like weeks to kill themselves. Some of them just do it sporadically. But most of the ones that lived, they were like, as they were falling, they were like, "Oh, this was a mistake." Like they regretted it.
I mean, I feel like
Regretted it because they knew that they were gonna survive.
I don't think so. I think they just like as they're falling down, because I guess they feel like they have a second chance now, you know. So like, but I just think like,
Bro, the internet's
you know.
brutal. I'm like reading some of these suggestions. Shotgun to the face will take you to the next phase. Enlist in the Iranian army. You won't even see it coming. Bro, too soon. American
OD on
internet
painkillers,
is
that's
crazy.
Torture yourself
That's
into
so
a coma.
funny.
But this is, keep in mind, shitty advice that we're on. So
Yeah.
it's not like,
Yeah,
don't
that's true.
expect, you know.
But the fucking Iranian army one is just goddamn, bro.
Even the shooting yourself in the freaking face, that like
The worst.
13 Reasons Why he shot himself and he survived. Like, I hated that. I was like, damn, this poor kid.
Well, that does happen
depressing.
too. There was a rapper that shot himself in the face, like to go. It was on purpose to go. Like he shot himself through the cheek. Didn't like he thought like cheek to cheek he'll be fine, and he like aimed up just a little bit, so it went cheek up, like up his mouth and like out his eye.
Oh,
Yeah,
he survived?
yeah, he survived.
What
but
the
like,
fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
crazy.
I would never do that. If I'm shooting myself, I'm just shooting myself in the head and that's it.
When I was younger, I used to really think about like suicide, and not like, you know, like me wanting to do it, just the idea of it. And I was like always like, okay, so like these people are like very courageous, but then at the same time they're like very not courageous. What's the opposite of courage?
cowards.
Yes,
Coward.
You could be a
Yes.
coward and very courageous at the same time. Like
Yeah.
I just
You
find
can,
it
yeah.
amazing. Like, yo, you really have the balls to do this shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. With
But
that.
then at the same time, like you're just, you know,
copping out.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
like,
totally
damn,
agree.
you could really be both at one time.
It's a
agree.
scary thought.
Yeah.
But-
So when I die, I want my ashes. I want to be cremated as well. And I told my family that, especially my little sister, because I feel like she will live longer than me. I told them that they need to take me to India and spread my ashes in the Ganga River.
You're not even Indian. I'm not judging. I'm just saying like why
My
like
death wishes.
why like well, yeah why that river, why India, like I know I've known you for a while and you've always had this like
Yeah, I love
Fascination.
India.
fascination with India. You
India.
definitely were Indian in your past life for sure.
She might have been a god.
Yo.
An Indian
Uh,
god. In
I mean,
her
there's
past
like
life.
millions, so
Explains all the
I believe
like
it.
demons you see.
Hey, you know, you never know.
yeah.
But like why
I
why that? And what's
just-
the river?
Ganga River.
Is that like a
It's the most dirtiest river in the whole entire world because people like leave dead
Bathe,
bodies
yeah.
and bathe in it and shit and everything. It's nasty.
But it's like where like most of the
Sophia was
people,
like, "Damn, you really want me to go there? Like, I'm gonna catch a disease."
Just
She's like,
to
"I'll buy
spread
a
your-
helicopter and just fucking sprinkle
that's
it
like-
from up there."
the villagers like bathe in that river.
Yeah,
too, right? Like,
they
that's the
do.
crazy
It's
part
like
I've seen.
holy kind of.
Yeah, it's a holy water. I think they consider
Yeah.
it, yeah.
But it's nasty. But I want to go so bad, like living. But if I can't, I need to die there. I need my ashes to be there
Okay, in the river.
in the river.
So then they flow out of India.
It's okay. It's okay as long as I went.
Okay.
It's my
Okay.
dream.
Any places that you were dreamed of visiting? Not for your ashes, but just while you're alive. Just,
Oh wait, Selena, do you want to be cremated or do you want to be like?
I just want to be dead in the ground.
so you want to
Okay,
be
so
I'm
boxed
good.
up?
You
I
want
just
to
want to be
do
boxed
the-
in. I just want my body to be part of the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
think
when
that's pretty cool.
decompose
There's
and when,
another
like,
place that'll like bury you as a tree or whatever.
No, fuck that.
I like that.
I just want in the ground. Just
Well,
bury
yeah, they
me
put
in
you
the
in like
ground.
this. It's like a pod. It's your body in a pod, and then you literally become the roots of the tree. Yeah.
So they don't like cremate you
Yeah,
or
no,
anything.
it's your
They
body,
just
but
put
it's not,
the.
it's not in a tomb. It's not in a casket or whatever. It's in like a weird pod, and then you get dropped in like a big seed into the.
Yeah.
into the
How do they
ground.
squish your body in that
You're
little?
You're dead.
Ew.
No, it's like a human sized pod. It's not like a little pod. It's like a pod.
But
They
also,
put it upright,
yeah, and then they put you into the ground. And then a
upright,
tree.
not
Yeah. Kind
horizontal.
of like a fetal position.
Selena, are you a donator or no?
I think I'm an organ donor.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it. Put my. Hey.
Whoa.
Can you get my beer,
Oh, let me get a water, dog.
Please. No, thank you.
guys? I love Blue Moon.
Blue.
Blue Moon
Tastes
is
like
the
fucking dirty dishwater.
You
You.
saw me
Just saying.
standing
Whatever.
alone.
It really does, bro.
He's bullshitting, man. How
What-
fucking dare somebody ever disrespect my fucking Blue Moon like that?
heart.
Don't you ever fucking do that again in your life.
Oh my god. Blue
My
Moon.
Blue Moon.
What was topic number 4? B-Day celebration.
Disrespect.
Thanks, honey.
Is that a twist up?
guess what?
Oh shit. What was your topic B-Day celebration? Is that like best B-Day, worst B-Day?
B-day
did
celebration?
remember.
Yeah, birthday celebration.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, best.
Worst or best?
I don't celebrate my birthday. And I have a story
At all?
behind it.
Like you don't go out to dinner with
I
friends
think.
or to drink. Like you
I
consider
really
that?
don't like to celebrate my birthday. Selenia knows this. I'm not a celebrator for my birthday. I don't even like to tell people it's my birthday.
When's your birthday so we can fuck with her?
Nah.
And
Yeah,
do a
right.
Podcast that
We'll send
day.
a clown or something.
And yo, I'll kill you.
What? If you send her
That's a
A
flowers?
clown.
You're
Yeah.
afraid of clowns?
It's just
That'll actually
it's
be
disturbing.
hilarious.
It's
So
like
when's her birthday?
disgusting to me.
And
It's like,
Clowns
ew.
are disgusting. Nomad doesn't like clowns, but he's like afraid.
Yeah, it's
We'll ask him
not.
about that.
So
It's
in
not
the next
great.
video, we're gonna have someone dress up like
We'll
a
just
clown,
all
right?
dress up like clowns.
The both of them just walk into a room full of clowns. even Bubba.
I'm trying to celebrate my birthday though now. I feel like I got over the reason why.
What was the reason?
It was.
You're not
really-
gonna cry
I think
again.
it's really
not gonna
weird.
be one of those stories, right?
It's
See?
kind of
And
one
I'm
of
the
those
emotional
stories.
one.
No,
Yeah.
never mind.
No, yeah, I'm fucking emotional. I'm like Selenia level
Today?
emotional.
Or just normal.
No,
Every day,
she's
I
on the
cry at
norm.
least like once a day. Like
that healthy?
it's a need.
It is
thing.
healthy.
I don't
I
think
think
it's
it-
healthy for
I
me.
think it's
I
healthy.
feel like
I think it's healthy.
Left side, right side brain over here having a conversation. It's not all right. It's okay.
Well,
We're
you
not
plan to
crazy.
Cry,
Yes,
like,
we are.
You're like 1:30 to 2. I'm gonna
No,
cry.
like, just-
Scheduling good cry
things
session.
just
We're
make
not
me
that
cry.
fucking
Whether it's
crazy,
beautiful,
you know?
whether it's sad, depressing, like it could be some corny ass message on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my god,
So
it's so beautiful.
something happy can trigger a cry.
Yeah, hell
I've never
yeah.
happy cried. I've happy like
Happy
laughed to,
I
crying?
like,
happy cry all the
tears.
time.
All
I think
the
that's like the fucking
time.
best is happy crying because you cry and it's like
I get
it's
really
just happy
crazy.
tears, you know, like
People have
just
like
happy
been like,
tears.
okay, Ashley, like, that's okay.
What the fuck?
But anyways, my reason for birthday, it's my childhood. But
It's like nobody loves.
so my parents, they like, they're not that great together, and
Whoa.
this has been a long thing, like ever since I was like young. So they like fought one time, and it was my birthday, and my father never said happy birthday to me.
Oh wow.
He like forgot. Like I get you're a man and you're stupid.
Whoa.
But just because you were mad at my mom, you had to like not tell me about my birthday. Like he just, I don't know what it was.
Wait, he did it on purpose?
I don't even know. I don't really
That's a dick
know.
move.
But I'm sure that he forgot, one, and then two, he also wasn't really talking to his children because he was fighting with my mom. So that was another reason. So like I think that's why I just
What nationality is he?
he's Ecuadorian.
Oh, and your mom?
Ecuadorian.
Oh, I thought you had like.
They both have Chinese. It's a longer story.
Oh, really?
But yeah, there's Chinese in my blood.
But now you're gonna celebrate birthdays? Is that what you're gonna do?
I think I'm gonna try. I
You
didn't
should
try
just go
this
all
year.
out. Just go all out.
we celebrated this year.
Skydiving.
We went on a cruise this year.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
that's
not
what I
bad.
like to do. I like to just get away from the fucking world and
That's
just
cool.
hang out with like my family or my friends.
Did you
So-
notice if the Earth was flat when you guys went on your cruise?
Oh, it's fucking.
No.
No, but those fucking waves were fucking us up.
Yeah.
Yo, I thought we were gonna drown.
At night, the waves on cruises are usually worse.
No,
like-
this cruise was the
It was
fucking
bad 'cause it
worst
was
cruise
hurricane
I've ever fucking been
season.
on. It wasn't the worst cruise. It was a really good cruise, but when we were
It was
going
just
back, the
the last
waters
day, man.
were the worst that they've ever fucking been. Literally, it was like the boat was like fucking like like jumping out of the water and like a dolphin.
That happens.
Goes like
I was
this,
on a
like that.
boat, a cruise like 4 summers ago, and like it was like midnight, like 1 a.m. or whatever, and like we had one of those portholes, and like at one point like the hole was like in the water and then out of the water,
Oh,
and then, like in the
God.
water. So like you can like
Horrible.
if you like
Horrible.
focus it up, you can like see things.
Hey, you guys are like out to sea, right?
Yeah,
like,
you're out at sea.
So you guys don't
It
have
was
your
so
suicide
bad.
plan there?
What? What's your
Like you guys don't. It doesn't come to your head that what happened if this boat goes down?
Oh,
Of
it comes to my
course.
head
Go
all the
down with
time.
it
all
But
the
you
time.
know what? I would rather sink on a fucking boat and be able to swim than crash in a plane.
facts.
Because you don't know what, God forbid, you're in a fucking plane and that motherfucker crashes, you're dead. You're dead. Unless
there's
it crashes
some
in
people-
water.
Right, if
me-
you survive that,
She says that,
Yeah, well,
and for me, I'd rather have like died in the boat than fucking crash like in the boat
What do you
and
mean
then
died? Like,
fucking
died
swim.
before-
Because
No,
my
I'd
fear
rather
is
swim.
the water. Like
Like
I
the
just
sharks,
don't like
right?
being.
Yeah.
No, it's not really the shark. I love sharks. They're so cute. It's just Just
don't think
being
they
in
feel the
open
same
water
way.
freaks me the fuck
I
out.
love
Like,
humans. They're so cute.
Asley, she's cute.
like I always have to have someone next to me when I'm in the water. Like if I'm in the beach, like I need someone like at least. Like,
But isn't that subconsciously you're thinking a shark or some kind of?
I
no,
think
Sharks
sharks
are
are
more like
not-
I'm 4 foot tall. These waves are 6 feet
It's
tall.
That's
it's
true,
not even
too.
that. Like I don't think it's like the sharks. It's just not knowing anything like what's down there, especially if it's at night. Oh my god, I think I would die.
I love going to the beach at night.
I was
Oh,
watching Frozen and they were like in the water. Like she had this whole scene where she's
There's
in
a
the
thing
water.
called that.
And I was like,
Like
freaking
phobia of
out.
water?
I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god. You know the screensavers of like the ocean
Yeah.
and the coral reef? Like
That
that,
freaks you
shit
out?
freaks me out. I'm like, I can't even like click off.
So I think for her, it's more of like not knowing what's in the ocean because like the ocean's only what like 30% explored.
I mean,
Stuff
I
like
understand that too
Disgusting.
because I'm
Ugh.
afraid of that too. Like you don't know what's like
Look it
in the
up.
fucking
It's called,
bottom
like,
of you.
I can't. I would like
You're
You
in
don't.
the
You
water.
panic
It's
attack.
like
But I'm the
glass-
same way. I don't like being in the
glassatophobia
water
or
alone.
something
But
like
I love
that.
the water. But I would
Yeah.
rather
Fear-
swim
just put
in the
fear
fucking
of
water to
underwater.
my safety than fucking
There's a
like crash on a
subreddit,
plane
though,
and
of
not
it.
Yeah.
know where the fuck like at least I know how to swim. Maybe it's just because I know how to swim.
It's
Is that
called, like,
why?
glassatophobia,
I don't
not
fucking
that
know. I
one.
don't
But like
know.
also
Yeah.
like
Go
on cruise
down.
ships, their safety. Like there's like 3
Oh,
other cruise liners
Tassa-
within a couple
you
miles
see that one
behind or in front of you.
THA?
Right.
Like,
That
they
and
travel
there's
in
it's
packs.
easier access.
I
Like,
just-
it's not
in
like
my
back
mind,
then
I
where
just
you don't you
would
can't get
rather
in
die.
contact with
The
anybody.
third-
like,
And all these
people
boats
ask-
have
vessels on
Tassa-
them. They have
yeah.
And
like
like the first day they always do that training.
Look for that. on
they
Reddit.
didn't do that. Oh, they did.
They
They
did,
did.
they
They
did.
did. But it
We
wasn't
just
as
weren't paying
intense.
attention.
It wasn't
You
as
probably were already
intense.
drunk.
They did a fucking
Oh, yeah.
movie out of
Yeah,
it.
you guys are
like
probably already
Oh
drunk.
yeah.
I
Deep
just
dark
wouldn't
water.
want to
Oh,
do
this is
it.
gonna fuck her up. What are you doing?
Oh my god, like
This is
shit.
like a whole subreddit of like
freaks
it's
Oh,
that's
you
what they call it.
do.
Tassa. I forgot how to. I don't even know.
Look,
how to
look at that thing sink so fast. That is just gone. Oh
What
no!
the fuck? Like, what's happening?
The boat's sinking.
But why?
And, like nobody can do nothing about it.
They got the people off. And that's why all those other boats are around, just watching it go under.
Damn.
Go down.
Yo,
Cattle,
that
is
motherfucker's
cattle?
sinking.
Like, okay, for example, that movie with the Hudson
Titanic?
where the plane lands in the Hudson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What the guy was his name? It was the guy's
Even
name.
if it was in the Hudson, like
Tom
there's
Hanks.
no sharks there, you know. But like,
There's been sharks
just
in
the
Hudson.
idea of
Yeah, there's alligators there too,
you're,
right?
you're
And
right.
alligators.
But like,
And
just
whales.
thinking about being in there is just like freaking me out.
Well, that's because it's the
Like,
Hudson. You're gonna come out with a
like,
fucking third
Dirty
arm.
ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Dirty
right out of
ass
the fucking
water
forehead,
and
just-
shit. What
Look
the
at that.
fuck is that?
That is a bison.
Oh,
In the water?
Yeah.
Underwater?
Buffalo, water buffalo,
A water buffalo?
most likely.
Go down. What is that? Something.
What's the one that
about
chills them to the bone? An octopus. Oh yeah, you ever see this?
Oh,
is a
those
fucking
things are
creepy
fucking
video.
creepy.
They're
Those
so
fucking
cute.
octopuses.
You ever see the one get off a boat?
They're
like
delicious,
through the porthole?
though.
Yes,
like that
I
big?
saw
It was like a-
that.
Oh,
it was like an
yeah,
octopus,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
Oh
size
my
of your
God, I
fucking
fucking
living room
saw that.
floor.
I would
And then
freak
it
the
goes
fuck
there
out.
Like that.
I would.
It just went
I
right
would
out the hole.
Oh,
freak
yeah?
the fuck out.
Wait, how did it go?
It was just right through the hole.
Damn.
Dick.
Rip that shit open.
See,
Oh
go
my
down. They usually
God.
post like something where like
Eh.
even I feel like whoa.
It's just watching it twist its body to get out is
Right?
crazy. I was watching videos the other day of like a tsunami in Taiwan. That was crazy. The dude was like screaming from his like hotel balcony, like tsunami, tsunami, and it just fucking ate the beach.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that movie Captain Phillips?
Yeah.
No.
What is that?
I'm
It's-
the captain now.
I'm
that
your
one?
captain now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is
that
that,
one.
the one? Is that it? No, I'm Captain.
No,
I
no,
am
that's
your
where
captain now.
I
the
think
pirates.
That's Captain Phillips.
It's the pirates who come from Africa who go on the American
Yeah.
vessel
So
to
would you
try
guys-
to like
yeah.
rob them or whatever.
Yeah,
That movie's
but it all
scary.
works out at the end, right? Everybody
Everyone's
kinda-
happy and friends at the end.
I mean, yeah, the guy and the African
Did they
guy
kill
ends up
the-
going to jail. No,
Oh.
the Navy actually catch him and they put him in jail
Some
in the
people
American
die, but
jail.
not the main bad guy.
Yeah,
The
some
main bad
people
guys
die.
never die.
for part 2.
Yeah.
I'll be able to do this.
You'd be able to do this.
Yeah.
Because
Well, this is actually cool.
See, this
I
would freak
would
me out more.
be in a thing. So yeah, I would be able to
Like
do
a
this.
submarine.
If
See,
I
my
was
mind goes-
out there and alone, I would freak out. Or if like someone was with me
What?
but
A
like
man
far,
without
I'd like
Jesus,
freak
what?
out.
it's like a fish without a bicycle.
A man without Jesus in his life is like a fish without a
It's
bicycle.
deep.
Okay.
I don't even understand.
What the fuck is that?
That's crazy. What is that?
Is that a shark?
It's a dead seal, and it's probably sharks
Oh,
coming.
no.
Yeah, it's probably a swarm of sharks coming in after it.
You're not gonna start crying now, are you?
Yeah.
She probably will.
Guys, I cried with the animals in in
Yeah, it's
Australia.
sad.
Well, that
I
was a
fucking
lot.
I cried.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Like I shed so many tears. It was so fucking sad.
That's dope.
I still want to cry.
No, that was crazy. I was like reading an article like the Irwin family. They saved like 90,000 or 900,000 or 90,000 animals.
They're so adorable.
Kylie Jenner donated $1 million.
That's
Someone else
nothing.
donated $1 million. But I think she only
Leo
donated $1 million 'cause people were
donated
shitting on
like
her that she
15
wasn't.
million.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just so sad.
Oh, that's fucked up.
What is that? A shark?
He's
You're a billionaire and
Oh
you
fuck! Get him,
donated
shark!
$1
Get him,
million.
shark!
Oh, shit.
I smacked that
Horrible.
shit.
Because he just.
I want to go
spearfished.
swimming with the sharks. That is something I want to do in my life.
How are you
Fuck
scared of the
that.
water, but you want to go swimming with the shark?
See,
Like
this
the
is-
little, what do you
It's-
call them?
You see, it's not the
Oh
sharks.
my
I don't know
God.
what it is. It's like being alone in the water.
See, this asshole's trying to spearfish,
Oh my god.
and
what
then he's
the
like, "But
fuck
why are the
is
sharks
that?
fucking with me?"
Yeah, right.
That's a spearfish?
He's spearfishing like with a
With a
gun.
spear?
Yeah, it's like a gun that he shoots a hook.
What
like
is that thing
tangled
though?
and
Is that a
shit.
shark?
That's a
Another
shark. That is whatever.
thing that he
nah,
caught?
That looks like a
Oh, like a regular
salmon.
fish.
That's a
Oh, it
yellowtail.
looks-
That's a yellowfin salmon.
oh,
Do they still do Shark Week? I used to love that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think so.
I was like,
Oh, so they killed it and the shark is
Well,
trying
it's
to
still
eat it.
alive, but since it's bleeding out, the sharks, sharks are smelling blood and they're going to attack it, and the guy's freaking out that he's getting attacked.
Just fucking getting tangled in that shit.
Dude, he's gonna
He's
fucking
like an
kill
idiot.
himself.
42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Who knows that? Come on, guys.
It's,
Finding
You
Nemo.
got that right? Yes.
What the fuck is that? That's an alien, bro.
That is not an alien. That's a fucking jellyfish.
I hate
But I'm
jellyfish.
saying that's what aliens look
It
like.
looks like a sheep head. Does anybody
Like,
see that? Like
yeah.
a sheep head
Yeah.
puppet?
If that thing was able to
It
like
does look
walk
like a
on
puppet,
land, you'd
though.
be like, oh, alien. You'd be like, oh, squid. You'd be like, alien.
It does look like a fucking alien, though. I will give you that.
Like, yo, Pep, can you steal this image and then Photoshop it on like just land?
And
Alien.
see what it looks
Start.
like. See what the full image looks like.
Put legs on it.
It's War of the Worlds.
Doesn't even need legs. It's
Ooh,
got
yo,
giant
those,
legs.
Those things are fucking massive.
What is that?
It's a
Imagine
squid,
what
bro.
those things can fucking do to you. Guys, do you believe in mermaids?
I'm an
No.
adult.
Sirens, mermaids.
Don't they say those are those
Not
animals?
really.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
I believe at one point in time they possibly were some type of creature that we could have confused as a mermaid.
It's not like
That's
a half
such a
human and
useless
fish
woman,
though.
though. Like, I mean, it's just
Boy, you better.
like what? Like,
I don't believe in mermaids.
does a mermaid have a vagina? That's the question. I think
No.
all guys want to know. Then it's
like,
like,
can we fuck it? Then it's useless.
Yeah.
like,
Whoa, that's a mall.
whoa, this,
What? What?
That's the escalator to go down. That's water. It was flooded.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
like, can a mermaid come on land?
No,
What type of
She's
cum are you
in the
talking
water.
about?
because
No,
it's
like,
fish. Oh
because
my
it-
god, look at
the
that big ass
vagina thing
fucking
earlier.
shark.
Just imagine that. You're fucked.
Damn.
You'll be alright.
I want to go whale watching.
Oh, it's
You
thick.
can do that off the coast of New York somewhere. It's
You've
like
heard-
a,
You
You
can do
guys
that in New
seen
Jersey
Black-
too.
Yeah.
In
Black,
Wildwood.
what's it called?
Cape
Black
May.
Sea or Black? What's the one with the killer whales? You guys seen that one? Black Sea, where they talk about all the Sea World.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
whales.
Yeah.
Like what's his name?
I don't remember.
Wet
the
Willy?
name.
oh, that is fucking
Wet
dope.
Willy, yeah.
Free
But you know,
Free wet Willy. That's
alcohol
that's a
in me.
drink.
you guys never seen that documentary
Willy.
though?
Yeah.
Where the killer whale kills the
Oh my God,
guy.
yes,
the trainer,
I've
and it's
seen
like
that.
The guy's
Yes.
riding the killer
Or-
whale.
Oh, he like launches
Yes.
them or whatever. Like, oh.
There's a
No, no,
couple
no.
videos like that though.
So
The killer
annoying.
whale in the middle of the night killed one of the trainers and like dismembered the head and the arms, and the whale put the dead body on its back, and it's like right. So when they found the whale in the morning, basically the dead body's like on the whale, and it's the killer whale's just like riding him around and shit. But I mean, these are
but, like-
trainers that fuck the animal up. Like
Yeah.
they do
That's what
fucked
I'm
up
saying.
shit.
Yeah. So what the fuck do people expect?
No, I know, but it's like what they do with that whale is they bring him to another Sea World. You know, like if
For
something
fucking
happens,
what? Like what the fuck is that whale gonna do in SeaWorld?
they'll kill
What?
another person.
Have you ever seen like images of like satellite images of like whales in their habitats and like SeaWorld? It's so sad.
It is.
They're, like,
I've
just
watched
these
a
big
bunch of like
creatures and, like-
documentaries on.
That's why
like,
you don't support
on
this
those
shit.
whales. And
Don't go to
like,
zoos.
You should see how they capture them. It's really like fucking like horrific.
Yeah.
They go all the way to fucking what like
Alaska.
how does
Alaska.
that
That's how Free Willy sounds.
Oh.
What was that?
I don't think they make that.
Just to, if anyone's
that a
just tuning in, they're making their orgasms.
That's my mating call. My mating call.
My mating call is this.
What the fuck is that?
Old school caveman.
You just grunt.
As he's mating call, she beats you over the head with a stick and drags you back to her place. Oh, that's cute. Is that a fucking
Oh, you fucked up.
Asley? What she
That's a jaguar. That's a jaguar.
I know how to swim. All right.
That's
all
a
right?
jaguar. What the fuck is that?
It's a black dog.
It's
It's a jaguar.
No, I swear to God, that's
It's a
jaguar.
Labrador.
It's a black lab.
That's a fucking jaguar, guys. Look at the fucking claws on that thing.
Chocolate lab.
Yeah, its claws are out because it's freaking the fuck out. Save me.
That's a jaguar.
Selenia saved my life in the ocean once.
What the
Did
fuck
she?
was this?
Really?
Clearly, they were
Oh,
both
it
drunk.
was when you lost
Yeah, right.
your
No.
Oh, you got a cramp in
Yeah,
the water.
I got a cramp.
You got a
got a
cramp?
cramp in the water. There was waves and waves attacking us, and Selenia's trying to fucking carry me up. I'm like, Selenia, don't let go.
I should have won an award that day, guys.
She was fucking drowning.
This
I
wasn't
was
above
drowning.
ground pool, was it?
This was a kiddie pool, guys.
This was Point Pleasant.
Point Pleasant. Jersey beaches are the worst.
Horrible Point Pleasant.
They're
I
not
love
so
beaches.
bad.
They're like, it's just that they're not clean, man.
Yeah.
Like once you go to any other beach that like you
Yeah.
can see the water, like you know what I mean, like
It's
you
the
can
like,
see
oh,
your
this is what it's
feet.
ecosystem
supposed to look
now.
like.
It's the
Yeah.
ecosystem now. We have a horrible ecosystem. Our
We do,
ecosystem
we
is
do.
dirty.
I hate when I go to an ocean and I like feel fucking plastic. I'm like, yo, why? It's the worst.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Where's that?
Let's go.
Point Pleasant,
Blue
New
waters
Jersey.
at Kalibu. Seems like it's like Hawaii or
But
something.
you know, people are posting this like they're afraid of that.
Some people are afraid of doing shit like
Oh
that.
my god, when you go into cenotes, oh my god, that shit is kind of creepy. There's
Sounds
this
like a
one
Mexican bar.
cenote.
Yeah, what is that?
A cenote is like fresh
You can't just say
water.
that like we know what that is.
Sorry, I thought you guys
we
knew
all
what that
we
was.
all really thought
Shit.
like
I was like, what bar on
In
Burger Line are you
Mexico,
going
they're
to?
very like there's so many where it's like kind of like a sinkhole,
Like a
fresh
water hole?
water.
Oh, it's like hot water?
No,
Just like watering holes, like on the sides
Yeah.
of like not highways, but like
yeah, like they're just
in the
people always
wilderness.
like discover more every
Oh
like
my
fucking
God.
years, and like, it's fresh water, so you don't even like float or anything. Like you have to like actually fucking swim and shit. But there's this one that it's just a circle, and it's like a whole like all the way at the bottom. There's the water, so like people be diving in there, and it's just so dark. Like they have to have scuba divers with flashlights underneath just in case someone drowns because you can't float. So
Wow.
that one like freaks me out, but like it's still fun.
You would do it?
I have done it,
Oh, you
yeah.
have done it.
But it, like, yo, and there's like this rope that people stand on because you get tired because you have to swim unless you have like one of those life vests.
You
But
really
I
can't
ain't no
float, though?
bitch.
If
No.
freshwater, you can't float. There's no.
You cannot
oh,
float
oh,
whatsoever. So you're
Wait,
always
what?
having to like
There's, like,
fucking
certain
swim
densities
up.
of
Yo,
fresh water
Selenia,
that
we're
you
going to
don't
Mexico.
float.
We're doing
Fresh
cenotes.
water?
Yeah, because like salt in the ocean, like you can lay on your back and you'll float. Like you can do it in
so
pools
salt.
too.
So salt makes the water buoyant,
Yeah.
and it like kind of like buoyancy, like it
I
lifts you up.
float
But
on
fresh
all
water,
water.
fresh water really.
Because like I take a bath and fucking just.
Yeah, no, that's fresh water, right?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
believe you're
You need
Your
to
theory.
you need to go to a cenote. Like
you
that
can't
shit,
float, you're saying?
you cannot float.
So
gotta
like
keep
if
sinking.
you
You
jump,
gotta
you
keep kicking.
sink.
You
So
gotta
wait,
keep
wait.
kicking.
you will
If you
sink.
jump in it,
Go ahead, spell something.
You have to
Yeah.
pull yourself
dare you to
up. Like
spell
you
it.
have to swim up.
if you don't swim up, you're gonna stay right where you're at.
or sink, yeah.
Like if you don't keep kicking your feet and you just stop kicking, you're just gonna go.
And not even
Like, you
that.
feel it
it's
pull
so
you in?
Yo,
dark,
that would
so
freak
you
me the
have to,
fuck
like,
out.
You have to like find like light to make sure like you need to know what's up and down.
That's scary.
It is, but like it's fun, That like thrill, like.
Wait, it's like when you're
scary.
underwater, you said you need to know what's up and down. I feel like don't you just know which? Well, I guess.
Well, it's
No,
dark.
you can't, like,
Pulled up.
you never
It's
did
in
a
a
cartwheel?
cave.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
guess because
you.
you're not getting pulled up. Like, cause
And it's in a
you get
cave,
pulled up
so
and
it's
shit.
like.
Because even
there's-
pools, like the chlorine makes you buoyant.
Mhm.
So I think completely fresh.
I like
water
that
is
word.
nothing
It's like
buoyant.
buoyant. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a little bit
And
dirty
you
word
just
if you
you,
think
Is it?
you guys have to
Buoyant.
do a cenote.
You're
So
buoyant.
much fun.
Fucking right on.
You're buoyant.
And the ones that you like, there's caves, and you just go and you like, there's like, the bottom is just black. Like you don't see shit.
I want to go to a cave.
Like there was one that I did that we had to carry like flashlights because it was so dark and like you just explore.
Oh my
you
God,
see
guys,
bats and shit.
Can you
It's amazing.
imagine being those kids in the cave in where was it?
yeah, where they got stuck.
Where they got stuck
think it
and
was-
and the divers had to go fucking get them. Can you
Indonesia or
imagine
some
that shit? Yo, I saw a documentary on one of those things where it's like they had to carry those kids out like one at a time, and they had to be really fucking careful about how they did it, because if they didn't do it the right way, that's it, they were fucking dead.
Only when they show like the infographic is when I really got
Like when
how
like how
serious it
skinny
was,
it
yeah.
was, and how like why did they go into that cave in the first place?
a
I
field
think
trip
it was
or
like,
something.
yeah.
Was it a field trip or something? It was a soccer team, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what
I
it was.
heard,
It was
like,
a soccer
two
team.
of the firefighters that went in actually died from whatever.
Really?
Like lung damage. From
Oh
the,
my god!
The
I didn't know
bends?
that.
Huh?
Oh,
Was it the Bends?
What is that?
What?
What is that?
The
I thought it was like
Bends?
you just shit crazy.
Ashley just
The
says
Benz
things
is-
and
Yeah,
expects
right?
people
So
to
I just-
understand what she says.
The
I'm like,
Benz
huh?
Pretty sure the bends are like
is
when you just shit when you're
where, like, let's say scuba divers, they have to like learn how to slowly come up from the water,
Right.
because if not, you'll
Because-
develop bubbles in your brain and you'll die.
Yes,
I
yeah.
did know
You
that.
start
Because it's too much.
hallucinating and
No, it was
Right.
something else. They developed it. It was like a lung cancer because it took like a couple weeks for the divers to.
You guys are
get
like all
diagnosed.
scientists. You're like, yes.
yo,
No, but it's
I
true. I
gotta
heard
know
that.
my fear.
That's
you
why
know?
I will never, like, whenever I go on vacation, you know, like how you could scuba dive on
Yeah.
vacation, but you have to learn, like,
Yeah,
you
you
have
have to
they,
take
they,
courses.
you have to take courses before you scuba dive or whatever. I will never fucking do that because I'm literally afraid of, like, not
She's like, I'm gonna
having
come up too
breath.
fast and fucking die.
Yeah, I'm afraid of really coming up too fast and fucking, you know, like,
developing the Bends.
yeah, whatever the fuck that
Developing
is,
the
and
bends.
killing myself because I fucked it up. You know what I mean?
She's
That's
like
fucking scary.
Walking away after scuba diving, starts talking all weird because the bubbles in her brain.
And I'm dead.
like,
I
flubber.
don't know. That's
Yeah.
fucking
It's like
scary.
one of the, it sneaks up on you, like you don't even know
What
But
happens
how
if
does
you
that
get
happen?
Superpowers though.
how.
How does that
Yeah,
even
superpower.
happen? Like,
Yeah.
because
The
you have
altitude,
air.
It's the pressure.
It's the pressure in the water
in
as
the
opposed
water,
to a pressure. The
As you
pressure.
come up, like your body can't handle it, and
Because there's air
you're-
in your body. Like,
It
not,
just
Of
starts
course,
to
right.
make little bubbles, and then it fucks up your brain, and
Oh
then
god,
boom, you're
see,
dead.
I couldn't do that. I would feel like I'm like.
I'm scared of the Bends.
It's crazy. We're so delicate, like humans. Delicate little creatures.
Yeah, we're little bitches.
Whoa. Whoa. Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
But yeah, that thing was fucking insane.
The what?
The cave when they all had to
Oh,
like get them
when
out of the cave.
That was like what 2 years ago or something like that, right?
yeah, it was
I
pretty
thought it was like
recent.
more recent.
It's
than
crazy how like we just get over shit though. We're just like, all
Right?
right, next thing. What's
Because
you know,
it's
like
Life,
you know,
bro.
it's
You
our
gotta
Like
keep on
life, it
trucking.
happens, but still, like it's like that was a pretty serious fucking thing.
I think that's because of
And they were
technology.
kids. They were fucking kids. Can you imagine your kid in there and you freaking the fuck out over your kid?
I wouldn't
because-
sign that permission slip though. You going to a cave? Nah, fuck.
Yeah,
that.
but this
You
is
stay
a
home
third
that
world
day.
country. This
When
is
was
they
it?
say
Yeah.
fucking America. They don't do that shit in America. You
Oh,
know, I'm
yeah,
sure
it was
back
like-
then.
Probably
I'm
was
sure
a
over there they
permission
do that
slip.
shit all the fucking time.
Let's say
and you're
2019?
Like, oh, what?
The July of 2019 or 2018? 2018.
All 12 boys. What was it? It was 12 of them.
Yeah,
They were
12
gonna make
Thai
this
boys.
into a Disney movie.
And Coach.
What?
Yeah.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Disney got some fucking nerve.
Damn,
remember
2
the
fucking
miners? There was
weeks.
miners that were like trapped under.
That was, but that
Yes,
took a while.
I
the
remember
miners.
that. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
The miners were a while, I thought.
They were gonna make a Disney movie about that. I guess Disney's like, fuck that. We're making too many movies about shit.
Disney's got to stop with these depressing ass
2010,
movies,
damn,
though.
I
What the
feel
They
fuck?
don't have to
Yo,
stop.
Hello.
Keep doing
fucking
what you
Lion
do.
King, depressing as fuck. First
Oh, I
of
didn't
all.
see
You know
it.
what's
Was it
fucked
Yeah,
up?
but that's like Hamlet, you know?
That was Disney's first consideration of
Hamlet's
like of
depressing
an
as fuck,
African
too.
family was the Lion King. That they portrayed them as animals in the wild.
What? Really?
Like in the 90s. Think about it. There was like Snow White, Cinderella, all these white princesses.
Uh huh.
The Lion King was their version of an African American. Like
There is no black princess, huh?
Now there is.
Fiona. I
The
mean
Princess and the
Tiana. Wait,
Toad
who's
or
Fiona?
whatever.
That's from Shrek.
Yeah.
The like, Tiana or whatever, the Princess and the Toad.
Princess Tiana.
But like early '90s, the Lion King depicting African Americans as animals was as close to Disney was going to come to giving them their own like movie.
But who's Tiona? Like I never heard of
Tiana.
that.
She's the
The
girl.
Princess and the Frog. That's the only
The
thing. I know.
Princess and the
Yeah.
Frog. Yeah.
Oh, but
And
that's Disney.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
Disney.
But that's definitely not marketed as much as the other shit is
No.
marketed.
No,
right?
but also the movie wasn't that great.
Really? Is that what
I
it was?
actually kind of like the movie because it was like it was based on like voodoo and like Louisiana magic,
Yeah.
all this shit. So I liked it because it dealt with that. But I felt like if it didn't deal with that, I wouldn't have liked it.
I feel like you would
Really?
like the show The Originals.
What is that?
It's on Netflix.
Yo,
I
Netflix
just
has
did
some
you-
good
I just did
shows.
you a favor. You're never
The
gonna not watch that
Originals.
show.
The original.
It's based in New Orleans, about vampires, witches, and
Voodoo is about voodoo. I
Voodoo,
love voodoo.
magic,
I
yeah.
love voodoo.
I don't like shit with like. That's why I never like Game of Thrones. I know a lot of people hate.
Game of Thrones
Yeah.
is hard to understand though.
Huh?
like you don't like shit with like magic or like.
Yeah,
It
No,
is
I
hard to
love it.
It takes
understand.
me out.
I watched
It
like
freaks
one
you out.
episode and I was
No, it
like,
just
what in
takes
the
me out.
fuck?
It's like, all right.
Because you've never seen that in real life, so you're like, it's dumb.
But it's just like it's an easy writing tactic to be like, how do we get out of this scene? I'll just say he fucking made a portal or some shit and they walked out and it's like, oh, okay, great.
I think it's. I just finished this other show on Netflix called. Was it on Netflix? No, yeah, Netflix. It's called The Magicians. You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Like the first season was very cheesy. It was very like mythical, magical, whatever. But I think like they were getting reviews about it being so cheesy that they started to write it in that like whenever they would do certain magic to get out of a scene or like to cop out of like taking that story further, they made it known like cheesy magic's about to happen. Like,
Yeah.
they would like look at the camera, break
That's
the
kinda
fourth
cool,
wall,
though.
shit like that.
Yeah.
So I think you could be creative with it.
With shows, I like shit I don't see coming. You know,
Like what?
I can't remember. Like, I mean, I guess. What was the last show? I mean, The Boys, which was like
The superhero show?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That wasn't one that I didn't see coming, but it was something brand new. It was like
Yeah.
superheroes, but they're all bad. You
Like
guys seen it
corrupt.
or no?
No.
It's actually really cool. So
It was really
imagine like Superman, Wonder Woman, like the Justice. You know what I mean?
It's like if
Being
Superman
bad.
lived. It's
Being
like kind of
bad.
true. It's like
Yeah.
if Superman lived now, what would he do? He would give a fuck more about selfies and being on Instagram and.
So
Yeah.
these are the superheroes, right? And
Yeah.
like I think it was like even in the first episode, the Superman character was trying to make like a business deal for his persona, like for his character that he is when he's on the news or whatever. And the corporate company didn't want to give him a certain number, so he like flies up, uses his laser vision, fucks the plane's wings up, and kills the executives because
Yeah.
they didn't pay him
I
out what he
see.
wanted. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like that's
So
more
they
realistic.
use
Yeah,
their
exactly.
superpowers to their advantage.
Yeah, and I feel like that's
Okay.
reality because like if you
Of course.
fucking were able to shoot fire out of your hands and like some guy like hey smacked your ass while you're walking down the street, you're gonna burn him on the spot.
Hell
You're like,
yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
You just imagine you threw fire out your ass. I don't think you would ever admit you're a superhero.
Just eat a
You're
Taco
like,
Bell.
"Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna be a part of the Avengers.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Come on.
Like we need that fire person.
Come on,
like,
Flame
uh,
Cheeks. It's like, no, see, because that's the name you want to give me. I'm good.
No, I'm gonna sit home and watch Netflix. Fuck y'all.
So on the topic of using your powers,
Oh,
as good or
Meghan
bad.
Markle. You heard about
Yo,
that?
Meghan Markle's hot.
What's
Wait,
going on
what
with them?
happened
Did
when
they
Meghan
leave England?
They're
Markle-
trying to leave. They don't want to be princes and princesses anymore.
That's because the Queen's a lizard
Why?
alien, and they
Queen
know the
orders
truth.
Prince Harry, Meghan Markle to reach what?
Megxit deal.
Megxit deal within
Megxit.
72 hours. All right, what the fuck is Megxit
It's
deal?
a play on words for the Brexit deal.
Well, that's because she told him that we gotta leave now. Where you living is not good.
Yeah, like Meghan
So
Markle
wait,
told the Prince.
they don't want to be Prince.
They want to
and-
leave the castle,
Yeah,
but if they
they-
do so, the Queen's gonna basically say you're no longer princes and princesses.
Okay, so what? They do they have to be fucking?
Well, they're not gonna get paid
I
no more.
mean,
You're right? You don't get that money.
That's like, you
but
know,
honestly, let's
that's
be real. With the
crazy.
notoriety that they have, they'll just make brand
Like,
deals.
damn, you don't.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
that's
Right,
They don't
like
wanna
they're
be
fucking famous anyway. Like they're gonna
the
make their
queen.
own, own living doing their own shit. So what?
Yeah.
I'm for it. I mean, fuck it, whatever. I mean, if I were in that position, I
think the
wouldn't do
Queen's a
it.
lizard alien.
Like being in the fucking queen. Like,
I heard she's stuck up though.
Who? Yeah.
The
Meghan?
queen.
Oh, the queen.
No, the
Oh,
queen.
the
I heard she's a
queen.
fucking stuck up bitch.
Why? Where'd you hear that?
I think she's a
She's
lizard.
176 years old.
So?
Seriously.
She doesn't like Trump though.
She's
so
like
it's not
stuck in
like-
her ways though. Like I
She
heard
doesn't
she's
like
like really
Trump.
like
She's
stuck
cool.
up, and
Well, I
she's
mean-
like very like no, everything has to be, because she's been in this fucking lifestyle for how long? Like,
Is she the longest reigning?
I want to
like,
say
world
she
leader?
is.
Probably
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
I think so.
Yo, how old is she? I remember doing a paper about her when I was in fucking college.
What is
She's
she looking
93.
Damn.
93? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
I'm convinced she's a lizard alien.
She looks good though for 93.
I say she's a lizard.
There was an actual statement from their
She's a
the
reptilian.
Queen the
A reptilian.
government of England's website. It was a statement put out to the public saying that we know some of you saw the Queen change and she wasn't like it was like a whole statement saying like don't worry she's still your queen even though you know she's an alien and like it was taken down like a couple days later. I don't know
You
if
ever
that was-
seen Justin Bieber's eye change? With the
Yeah,
lizard?
and Miley Cyrus.
Oh, her too.
Yeah.
Wait, what their
Or
eyes
Beyonce-
changed?
Beyonce.
The
They're lizards.
reptilians.
They're
Yeah.
reptilian aliens. That most of the celebrities we have here on Earth are like reptilian gods.
I believe
Yo,
it.
I've never
Space.
told you about this.
Yo, I have
Selenia,
chills.
welcome to the club.
I have chills. Like that's kind of scary.
Can you look up the Justin Bieber eyes?
You don't know we live among lizards and they.
I
rule the
mean,
world?
listen, I know that like there are aliens here, like on Earth.
How do you know?
I just
She's
know.
like,
She just knows.
I'm an alien, bitches.
Justin
Oh, here it is. There's a guy talking about it.
world domination.
oh, that guy is just. Oh, it was when he got arrested too, right? It was like during his mugshots or whatever.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's such a
So
bad.
you see that subtle
place.
change?
People's change everything. Look at that. That's not even the same person. Please, somebody try to give me a logical explanation for that.
Good. See the eyes shine through his lids? That's a clear sign that the reptilian shapeshifters.
They should just throw crickets in front of them and see what happens. You know, like see if they try to catch
so
it.
long now.
Stupid.
All right, this guy's pretty funny with his channel.
So they're trying to say that Justin Bieber is a reptilian.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
There was a
believe.
really good one I did.
I believe
find.
in that stupid ass
Can you just
theory.
YouTube reptilian?
I seen it on the news.
No, what is it? What are the president's guards called? The fuck, I can't think of the word right now.
Oh, those red with the black hats.
The president.
Oh, the president.
Oh,
I thought you meant the queen.
security.
What are they called?
CSI.
Secret Service.
CSI.
Yes.
Can you put reptilian Secret Service?
I always get make fun of when I mention reptilians to people. They're
Why?
like, okay, Ashley.
I really think I've heard of it before. Now that I think about it.
Secret
pretty sure I
Service
would've
is,
told you.
Reptilians too.
Unless I was embarrassed.
I
that you
never
would
heard
think I
about
was
that.
crazy.
No. You've
Well,
said a
the-
lot
the
of shit
thing
right now. If I
is
haven't thought you
that,
were crazy
like,
at this point, then
Damn, it was
we're
like
in
a
the
really
good,
clear
girl.
one. I don't know if I can see the.
What's this guy's name that died?
Well, Zuckerberg, he's got to be.
I have to pee.
I think Mark Zuckerberg. Right there, that one. That one. You can actually see this dude like
Whoa,
change.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
looking.
like the ears disappear, and it's all from like the camera moves in angles.
Speech at
So when it hits certain angles and certain
2012
lights, you'll see his ears just like are no
conference
longer
at the
there. His like
Washington
cheekbones
Convention
going.
Center. The camera spotted a very odd individual who may be
I
either
like
with
Obama,
the U.S.
though.
Secret Service or with the Israel.
Oh, that's
And
Isn't
could be
he
a
also
strong
supposedly
evidence
a
of
reptilian?
shapeshifter alien
Obama?
humanoid working
Obama?
for the powers
Yeah.
that be,
No.
caught in a
Don't say that.
high-definition video during an event of the Zionist cabal.
What about Trump? Is Trump not reptilian?
I never heard about Trump. But remember that topic that we had about people dying at 27? I
Oh
wanna see
yeah,
this.
young.
That guy.
has guided my actions as president.
Like even he's moving weird.
Even
Like,
though
he's
like-
looking
first
too
yeah,
right.
like he's
Like he's
doing
looking for a
little-
fly
Secret
to eat.
Service
But look at the back of his
a
head.
series
It's like
of odd features
pointy.
on his head.
He's got like 3 ridges
Plus a
almost.
very strange
Yeah, it looks
behavior
like-
and
yeah.
creepy movements. Suggest something else.
Deep eye sockets.
But due the low lighting in half the amphitheater, he would pass unnoticed
I don't
or
know. I
regarded
don't
as a
mind.
normal
I mean,
human
I
being
do
by the
think it's
crowd.
possible.
And everybody who watched
Yeah.
this video, if it was not by the
That
camera of the Jewish
one guy
News
looks like a
One,
lizard.
which caught him from another angle, apparently shape-shifting
Where's
into
their
some
tail,
sort of
though?
reptilian,
Look,
non-human form.
this angle catches him like
The
changing.
tail?
No, he's in the back. No tail. But why? If you look at it, like he has no ears from this angle.
Where?
that?
You see him?
That guy.
Oh.
Yeah. And as he turns,
Oh shit.
like, come on,
That's so. That is crazy. But nobody sees that.
because it was in a dark amphitheater.
Oh.
So that's like they're saying that it can pass off. Obviously now they're up
He
for
needs
lighting
to
and
control
production.
it a
Of
little bit
image
more.
artifacts caused by post-edition
He needs to
zooming
be fired.
and
So what? Like
fake
he gets
attention
tired
to
of
how his
being
head
human, and
features
he's like,
suddenly
let me
They
switch
say that
know.
it does. Like, they have to hold that
His
form
ears,
or whatever. So
his
like you know.
nose.
like squeezing
His
their
chin.
butt cheeks
I-
together.
Yeah,
Or something.
Maybe.
Like, all right, I gotta let go.
Maybe he
I gotta
needs
let
to
go.
fart.
Looking human
You
at
never
all.
know.
Yeah, the fart like he's farting.
But I mean, like out of all the research I've ever did, this was the one video that had me like, holy fuck, like
no, but that.
You know
could
what's funny?
be-
This video doesn't really.
you don't
It's,
you don't.
I feel like other ones and
Yeah,
other
like this
stories.
one, it's
But
like,
I like it, you know.
he's just
new
far
info.
It
away.
was like one of the clearer ones that I've been able to see.
Yeah.
Mm,
But back to
I
the
don't know.
27-year-old thing,
She's
Jim Morrison, he would always say, I'm the Lizard King. Like, I feel that he was a fucking reptilian. He did something, and then they killed him at 27. I believe it's a
they
thing.
killed him.
I believe they killed him, yeah. Like, somebody.
He was into conspiracy theories too, right, and stuff like that.
He was, yeah, he was,
He
like,
was a
crazy
conspiracy.
and, like,
He was an alien. You're
fucking
not listening.
things. I don't know.
That dude was definitely a reptilian.
Can you
I
play
would
back
say.
so I could see it? I didn't see it.
Just play back the like, a couple frames
Just a little bit.
or the whole thing.
Yeah.
Go to like that front angle where it showed like his a little more.
First
like,
of all,
around
that
there.
just looks
Yeah,
creepy
right
to
there.
begin with.
So like look, it looks like he has like 3 ridges on his head. like above his ears, and then the center
Yeah.
point. It's like weird 3 ridges.
I see.
This poor
then-
guy is
Why is he
crying at
looking
home.
like
They're
that?
like,
He's
everybody
Secret
thinks
Service,
I'm a
so they have to be,
lizard.
like vigilant, but like
I
it
don't
just,
know. I
it's just
feel like
different.
could be real. Like even J.K. Rowling is talking about like the freaking Slytherins and shit, and like
Okay,
that
alright.
one
National
person that like goes like he's disguises
racist,
himself.
though, or
I just
something?
feel like there's some
This
truth
angle,
to that
when he's turning his
story.
head, you see him like shift, like his ears kind of gone. Then he has like 2 ears on one side.
Those people are
It's
white.
like
as
no ears
fuck,
there.
though.
Like look at his skull. The formation of his head.
It does look a little odd.
His nose is like the same length as his chin.
And look at the chin.
His
It's
forehead
like
really is none. It just indents into his eye socket.
What happens if he has a
And right
disease
there, like
or
no
something?
ears. It's like weird,
it is. He does look a little alienish,
right?
alienish-esque.
Not saying it's true. I'm just saying it's not true.
You ever seen the alien that looks through the window?
Oh, we were doing
Oh,
this.
we did
That
that,
one day.
right?
Yeah,
Wait,
do
wait.
it.
I want to
Okay.
see it. I want to see
Do
it.
it.
The alien that looks through the window.
Yeah. You know what? That fucked me up. I mean, now looking back at it, I'm like, I don't know.
Oh my god, this. I have a funny story about this.
What alien?
this
Look, you
alien.
saw an alien?
You guys,
look through
no,
the
no, no.
window?
You remember the
Yeah, I think so. That's the one.
Hold on, let's look at this
Oh,
first
there's
so that I
always
can.
somebody talking about shit on YouTube, huh?
And they always have a news channel.
Yeah, right.
It's like alien in the window news.
You know what fucks me up about this video is that the eyes blink.
The blink, yeah.
Like, just imagine you saw that.
But the thing with me on that one is that it's too Hollywood style.
Yeah.
and
I don't think
Yes.
so.
Little body, big head.
I do.
Really?
Yes, I think this is too like.
Too depictive of like what we
Yes.
call alien.
Remember we were
Wait,
looking
where
at all
is
the
this
other
from?
videos?
Where is this from?
New Jersey?
What? This was in New Jersey?
No, no, I don't know.
Listen, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I can't ever say like I know they're walking among us, but I'm not naive to be like we're the only living conscious species in the galaxy.
No, I definitely
I mean,
do
that
believe
just
in
looks
aliens.
authentic. Like compared to all the other alien videos, like
The
it
way
looks
he fades
the
out,
most-
I didn't like.
All right, can you look up? There was a. Okay. Was it Gateway? What was the company that used to make the
Computers?
computers? It was Gateway,
Gateway,
right?
yeah.
All right, type in Gateway, Gateway commercial. And it used to have the alien sighting in it or something like that. And it was
Like a
fucking
real
creepy
alien?
with the Bigfoot. It used to have the alien clip with the Bigfoot clip. It was scary as fuck. And every time it came on the fucking commercial, I could
What?
never sleep.
What
Really?
Gateway commercials were you
It was
watching?
it was like
Yeah,
the
right?
okay. Gateway was the one that was like da 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 da,
Yeah.
right? That was Gateway.
No, that's Dell, I think, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Was it Dell?
I think it is.
I'm
though.
telling you, there
Oh
was
shit, she's having one of those. What do you call those memories? What?
But what was
Fuck.
Yeah, the
that?
it
Nah,
was like-
there's no way.
it was I'm telling you, like it had there was one clip of a UFO flying in
Fuck,
the
what is that
sky,
called?
and then it went to another clip that went to Bigfoot walking
commercial is
in the
this?
fucking. I swear to God, this commercial scared the fucking shit out of me.
Nelson Mandela effect.
Yes, Mandela.
effect. Yeah,
Nelson
that was gonna
Mandela?
bother
Yeah,
me.
you're having a Mandela
It's gonna-
effect.
yeah, you have a Mandela effect. In a different timeline,
I have
you're true,
I have a
but right now
feeling
you're
it's
you're fake.
Gateway.
He said
No,
in a
it's
different
definitely
timeline, you were right.
Intel. Wait, what the fuck was that? Was it Gateway? No, but wasn't Gateway called Dell at one point? Or no, Dell was
No.
You know what?
Gateway.
If this was a real thing, it's taken off the internet now because they don't want us to know.
Yeah, like the
No,
Illuminati.
I
got
swear to
it
God,
already.
if that's the fucking case, it's creepy. Google it.
Have you
Google
guys
it.
ever like read up on like big corporations that do like old school fake like rituals? Like the president's going into the woods.
Bohemian
Bohemian Sound. No, what the fuck is it called?
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove is one of them. Then there's
Look that up. Look up Bohemian Grove. You
That
know,
one's
people
scary
need to.
because who's not, is it Michael
res-
Moore? Michael Moore, I think, snuck into one, and he like had a hidden
No,
camera.
that was the crazy guy that snuck into it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
His
about.
name-
He's always
yeah,
on
yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
Whatever, he stuck into it. He's got a hidden camera, and like you can, they were doing mock.
But it's
human
true, though.
sacrifices.
It's true. It's not
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah, and then you can hear them doing the mock human sacrifices of them murdering the people.
You can see. Well, I don't know that part. I don't know.
No,
about all
it
that.
was they weren't really doing it. They were just playing screaming sounds over the thing to make the gods that they were worshiping like hear the screams and shit like that. Like that's the whole.
So explain to the people what Bohemian Grove is.
Yeah, Bohemian Grove, all the like Hollywood elites and presidents and anybody worth shit.
Put like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to get assassinated tomorrow.
Facts.
It's not gonna be good.
Have you ever damn, it's this company somewhere in the UK.
Gateway.
No. No, they're a science company, but once a year they do this mock. Well, the video seems like it's really they really kill a woman in front of this Indian statue that they have on their site. One person caught it from happening from like being an office window and caught the ceremony.
Like a
happening.
real woman?
It looked like a real knife. It looked like she was stabbed, and it looked like there was blood on her dress afterwards. People were saying, "Oh, they were just maybe faking this ritual, or whatever." I'll try and look it up in a second, but let's see what they got at.
What happened if you worked for a company like that? What would you
They
do?
were like, "You got to kill somebody." I'd kill them.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You'd kill him. You're fucking crazy.
Slaney, let's go hang out later.
We were watching.
I got some things I gotta do.
You try to kill me, motherfucker.
Trying to get a raise.
It was a fucking. They're like an energy company in the Middle East and England.
You guys are just making shit up now.
I know this fucking commercial I'm talking about exists.
On Gateway?
I don't remember if it was Gateway. It had to have been Gateway, but it had a clip of a UFO, and then it had the clip of Bigfoot,
Oh,
and
do
then
it
it had a
here.
clip of flowers.
Bubba, put in CERN, CERN, ritual,
CERN.
sacrifice.
Okay, I know CERN.
CERN is a really big like conductor of energy in this world, and they're looking into like opening portals into like other dimensions. So this was caught on camera. Tell me this doesn't look pretty real.
Guys, Nomad said he has a real alien video in his backyard.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It is true.
Hey,
I've
what?
seen it.
I wanna see it.
UFO. Supposedly, there's a rumor. We live next to Garrett Mountain. So, like, supposedly there's, like, UFO sightings over there. And he caught, like, one of the UFO sightings
Oh shit.
back there.
Check
He
it
better send us that shit. I want to see it.
I think he'll
Wait, so
send
is this a seance?
So CERN is a chemical company in like England or the UK or whatever. But they have this giant statue of an Indian goddess. I don't remember her name.
She the sun god?
I think so. And they do rituals. So you see these people coming down in these.
Krishna.
And then they're gonna lay down a presumably a
sun god?
virgin woman in a white dress, and they kill her in front of the statue.
What?
For like prosperity in the company or whatever.
Is that acceptable?
Does HR know about this?
Yeah, does HR know about it? But, like...
Seeing that they do it at fucking 3 a.m. I don't think HR knows about this.
I mean, if they did, this would be a huge lawsuit.
So
But they
the
say
girl
that this is-
dies?
I mean, again, so yeah, they pull this white girl. She lays down. On
Is this in America?
Why gotta be a white girl?
She's a white girl.
Is this in America?
No, CERN's in. I believe CERN's in.
But we
the UK.
do that stuff over here.
Definitely does. Well, yeah, Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, Bohemian Grove. Probably Apple does it too.
Guys, I have a weird story.
Here we go.
When I was
Did
younger.
you cry at the end of this story?
No. This has to do something with this shit.
So look at the knife though. Sorry to cut you off. You see it like sparkling in
But
the,
where's
in
the
the light.
girl? She's on
Do they
She's laying
kill-
on the ground right
Do
there.
they show her being
Well, he
killed or
just
no?
stabbed her, and the person reporting freaks out.
Wait, go back. Can you rewind that though? Oh, okay. I see the girl now. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she lays down, and that guy has a knife. He's like holding up. They're doing some type of ritual.
Why would she agree to this?
Some people, bro.
Right?
That's like when we talk about
Yeah.
the Nike, the whole Nike suicide thing.
Oh my god, he fucking killed her.
Nah, that looks fake. I don't believe it. I would have screamed like, "Hey, knock it off!" Right? Like,
Yeah, okay.
you think you get killed?
I have this one really creepy story. I used to live in one of my old houses I used to live in. I had a neighbor who did this. He practiced like rituals or whatever.
By
And I
himself?
saw him. He lived with his wife, but I don't think his wife knew he practiced these rituals. And one day I looked out my window and I saw him dressed in a fucking cloak. Like fucking like a wizard cloak. I swear to God, I'm not fucking crazy.
Harry Potter exists.
I promise
Yeah,
you,
maybe
I'm
he was
not
playing
fucking
like
crazy.
Dungeons and Dragons or something.
It was
and
like
you're
a
over here
fucking
overreacting.
it was a fucking cloak. He had a bunny. They had a pet
This
bunny.
is not gonna end good.
He had a pet bunny, and it was in a fucking cage.
And then one day he didn't have a pet bunny.
And he went in the cage. He always kept the bunny in the cage outside. I saw him. He opened the cage with the cloak on. He had the cloak on. He took the bunny, and he ate the bunny's head.
Like while the
I'm
bunny
not
was
raw.
alive?
raw,
Like, not even
fucking
cooked?
raw. I saw him put the head in his fucking mouth, and I closed my and I closed my blinds because I thought I was fucking seeing shit.
So you didn't see him eat it?
He put it in his mouth. I knew he ate it.
She's like,
Definitely
what the fuck is the next step?
What if he was like kissing it?
No, that motherfucker was not kissing it. He put that fucking thing in the head.
I love you,
No,
buddy.
but he crunched.
The thing is that my
She scared herself and closed the window.
my window was shut. Like the thing was shut, and I had blinds or whatever. And I saw him put the fuck. First of all, it was just weird enough that he had the fucking cloak on. So that right there just pointed to me
I
that
walk
he
around
was
with a cloak all
fucking
the time in my house.
a cloak.
Yeah, all the time. Silk.
I wore
No.
my Slytherin one.
This guy was crazy. I'm telling you, he was crazy. He was a little like psychotic too. Like when you talk to him.
He looked
So-
down on the floor.
Because he knew all the
Look up.
spiritual truths.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
I think
See, my luck would be like I'd fall, rip down my curtain as I'm trying to watch this guy, and then he sees me seeing him eat the rabbit. Now I'm next.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
next,
Yo, I'm
yeah.
that
telling
was
you.
something that would happen to me.
that's why I shut my shade. I didn't want him to see me. I was really nervous that he might fucking see me. And
but
so I
then you
shut my
just
shade and I
continued
act
to
like
live
it
with
didn't
this guy?
happen.
I mean, as a
Damn,
kid,
I
Yes.
would have called the animal control. Yo.
as a
Just
kid,
saw
like my mom
somebody.
has these friends, like they were Cuban and they practice brujeria and shit like that. And like as a kid, they would always have these.
Bruja.
They'd have like these parties
Bruja.
and like kids would be around these parties. It'd be like New Year's, Christmas, like big pagan holidays, or whatever. And there was always this one guy that would come at like midnight. All the adults would go into one room. You'd hear a chicken, then you didn't hear the chicken anymore, and then he'd be dumping the blood in the backyard all around the grass. Like, blessing
Why?
The house.
Okay. Oh, so you bless the house.
Yeah, it's like to keep like bad spirits from the house. But like as a kid, at first, like no one noticed it, and then I was like 11, 10. I'd be like, yo, I would always hear chicken, and then like you don't hear the chicken, and then it
my
like clicked.
God.
Oh, that's what they dump in the backyard at the end of the night.
Wait. I just have something real quick to say. There's this weird thing. I don't know why, but when I was little, I live in a building. My aunt used to live on the 7th floor, and there was this baby. I remember one time she had come to get me. There was this baby on the floor, and like I think like candles or some shit around the baby. And then
living
they
baby?
told me to walk over the baby and like do like these certain things. And like as I grew up, I was like, yo, I remember doing that. What the fuck was I doing this shit?
It was like a real
like,
baby?
is this like some fucking like Santeria shit? And
It was a living baby.
yeah.
Where'd
And I
they get
told
the
my
babies
mom,
from?
I like asked my mom like as I was older, and she was like, oh yeah, like that's like like it's
Maybe
to,
it's like a blessing.
yeah, it was something like to take, like the baby had something and they had to like take it away, or I don't even
So they
know.
gave it to you.
So like I had
No,
it
so
had
she
to
had
be
to
like a
walk over
virgin
it.
or some shit, and I was like a young girl, and I had to like be the one to walk over the baby and like fucking. It was like I was doing the cross, but like walking over. It was so
Yeah,
weird.
but that bad juju goes
It was,
somewhere.
like,
That's going to
freaky.
you.
right?
I'm like, what the fuck?
So you
Maybe
played
that's why I
hopscotch
see
with the
shit.
baby?
That's all I'm
One,
saying. Just
two.
So
Two,
weird.
three.
I'm like,
takes a
what the
rock,
fuck?
throws it next to the baby.
But whose baby was it?
I don't. It was like some random woman's baby. Like they went to my aunt
She would
Oh,
write
to
your
it
have
aunt's like
that
a fucking
baby,
witch
whatever
doctor.
fucking it was ritual. But I was like, yo,
I kind of believe in brujeria
I
or
definitely believe in it.
santeria. It's just it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not like it's
Wasn't
like
like white
witchcraft.
magic
yeah,
and
like
black
Wicca.
magic?
there's good. And
Yeah,
then there's bad.
it's like white magic and black magic.
I don't
Like
believe in that
white
either. I
magic
just
is
believe that
not
there's-
bad. You're just doing spells to out of the good, you know.
Oh, that makes sense.
But black magic is bad. It's like when you wish upon people. Like
Yeah.
I always heard that like when you wish bad or like when you cast a spell and you do something bad to people, it comes back to you 3 times worse.
I
Like
don't believe in like white or dark magic. I think it's
I
just
do.
an energy spectrum, and it's on the user. And if the person's energies are good or bad, then the
well, that's another way of
wish
thinking
is,
of it. I believe in it.
So you believe in magic? Just it's not
Yeah.
good or bad.
I think it's an energy. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I can make shit levitate. Like I don't believe in that, but I do believe in like people that can see the dead or they see shadows or they can speak to beyond the grave or whatever. Like I think that's a possibility because that's all energy at that point.
I don't believe in shit.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Yeah.
like can a human learn to levitate? No, but I feel like
But why not?
Because that's just unrealistic.
No, I think it's
I think
probable.
it could be possible. Like if I start talking to ghosts and like tell them like lift that shit up, and then it looks like
That's a
you know,
demon, honey.
I was reading like this really
You know,
crazy like
stuff like
historical
that.
book about like why India was one of the hardest countries to colonize by the British because they did a lot of like yoga and these like higher consciousness techniques that at one point in India, like people were like actually levitating off the ground during their own versions of self-hypnosis or whatever. And that's why like cell phones and radio towers and all these like frequency blockers that we have in real life has like brought down humanity's capabilities of psychological ability or psychological ability.
I feel like
I
you have
kinda
to be
believe in that.
open in order to use it. Like you have to believe it, and it works.
I think it's like a
believe it
frequency,
works.
but I think it's hard to tap into
I
that
feel like
frequency
me
now
and
because we
Selenia
have cell
connect
phones and
sometimes. Remember those connections we have?
it's happening
We
over
still
here.
connect.
Yeah, I
Women
know.
connect with their periods, right? Like you guys like.
No, but I know
That
what
is
you're
a true
saying though.
thing.
They
It's
do
very
sync- they do
true.
sync up. Yeah, it's a
No,
thing.
no, no.
Bubba's like, what the fuck are
No,
you doing?
listen,
Oh.
listen. There is a psychological explanation behind this. So we connect on our periods because every 28 days, it's we connect with the moon and with our energies
No, I mean
from
the
the
real
moon.
explanation.
She's like, we're
We
fucking
connect,
werewolves.
we connect with each other because of our energies from the moon. That's why when they say two women who always hang around each other a lot get their periods at the same time, it's because our energies connect because we're connecting with the moon at the same time. Get me?
like Bluetooth.
Like Bluetooth.
I mean, somewhat.
Yeah.
But it's
No,
true,
but it's gotta
though.
be a
It's
real
true.
No, it's true.
No, but that
But I
is
don't
a
believe
real
the
reason,
moon
though.
part. I
No,
don't
but
know
it
what-
is
But you don't
because
think
it is
the
the moon.
moon
No, it is the moon
affects
because
humans?
listen, the moon comes what? How often does the moon?
I mean, if
Moon's
you
always
Look that
there.
up.
The
No,
moon's
no,
If
no.
you believe
How
in the
often is
moon-
there a full moon? Once every
Yesterday.
28 days,
Yeah,
right?
there was one
It's once
yesterday.
every 28 days. How often do women get their periods?
This year it's actually more full moons than ever.
Not
before.
once, right?
We get ours once a month, once every 28 days.
This year we're getting them 16 times in a
Why
year.
do it's
300
common?
more than
I'll fucking kill myself
Oh,
if we have full moons.
What was
Once every 28 days. Right? Is that what it says?
it? Yesterday's full moon was called a full
They're
wolf
making
moon.
it seem like it's fake.
Very-
Oh, that was a full. That was a bright moon yesterday. I
Technically,
saw it.
that was kind of a bad moon. If you practice like witchcraft or
Brujeria.
Wicca, you weren't supposed to do anything with that full
Again,
moon.
it's based off of
You take a day
energy
off?
and where your intentions lie. Because I definitely used that energy last night. That's all I'm saying. Not
What'd you do?
Energy
What'd you
with
do?
what?
huh? No, I was trying to like
Do tell.
Get it in.
no, like astral projection and stuff like that. Like I was
Possession?
experiencing astral projection.
Are you-
possession?
Possession.
Are you doing brujeria?
Huh?
You have like a bathtub full of chicken blood or something?
Not a bathtub.
Chicken.
Oh, like a
Do you use marijuana to like be stronger with the energies?
Yeah.
I feel like
Same thing
when
with
I
mushrooms.
smoke, there's like when I used to smoke like a lot more back in the day, like I used to just wanted to quit because I was scared of how much power I had. And how
like,
much I can
have?
see. Like maybe it was because I was on drugs.
I think you were just stoned.
Or
Yeah, right.
if I really did see, like I just feel like
I'm
I
so
see the reality of
powerful
the
right now.
fucking
feel-
world.
Everything.
All right.
See, for
That's
me,
it. I'm done.
at first I didn't believe in all this like energy and magic and all this shit. But then when I took mushrooms for the first time and like literally saw shit, like
You can
I literally
see.
saw frequencies. That,
I
like,
hear,
don't use.
I hear
Exactly,
that
that's
all the
what I'm
time.
saying,
I had
though.
a friend who told me that too. She did it once, and she had like she felt like she had powers. She
Like
felt
Yeah,
you
it's
talk to
can
the dead.
see like
We
things.
should do an episode.
And it's
On
like,
shrooms,
bro.
I can get them.
Yeah, and just see
It's
like.
like,
I don't want to be on
Explain to
shrooms. You're
people.
fucking crazy.
I've
It's
always
not
wanted
great.
to do
No, no, no.
shrooms.
Free your
Always.
I don't trust
mind.
myself on drugs.
It's
And then we
crazy.
go to the Cirque du Soleil. Yeah.
Oh, like fucking knocked up.
That's where the blue men start doing like trapeze artists and shit
Yeah.
like that. I don't know. if I
My
can
experience on
handle
shrooms was crazy. I had an apartment where I had like actual wood paneling that would go opposite of the wall, and like we popped the shrooms. It was like a whole party. We're in the living room, and then me and my ex at the time we go to the bedroom, and both of us are just standing still in the middle of my room. It was an empty room too. It was like nothing in the middle, just a bed. And everything was white. I had like all white rooms, one yellow line on the wall. Like it was art at the time, and then, like weird hanging lights. But we both saw the same thing. The wood was like cut from real like trees or whatever. Was like the grains were moving. Like we saw the waves of the grains, and like we were like, "Yo, that's the life that the tree once had before it became." Like it was crazy. Like, we both saw that. A couple hours into the trip, I'm laying down on my bed, looking into my light right above my bed, and it was like I was looking at the light. I was looking past it, and I swear to God, there was these three figures that I was able to see, and it looked like they were like performing, like almost like I was laying on an operation table, and the lights were like surgical lights,
Aliens.
and it felt like they
Yeah,
were like
right.
doing something to me. 'Cause,
Stimulation.
That was
I
aliens.
felt-
That was aliens.
I felt like someone put a blanket around my shoulder. I was not in a blanket, but I felt like someone put something around my shoulders, and I just got warm. and I was there for hours, or it felt like hours. My friend
That
said,
was
my roommate said it was like a
aliens.
half hour, but it felt like a fucking.
You only did it
days.
once?
I've done shrooms. I've only breaking the barrier once, but I microdose.
How do you do
Weekly.
shrooms?
You eat them.
You eat them
Yeah.
and then you become high.
you can get
It's
them.
not
in-
poisonous.
So the effect of mushrooms is what it actually is doing to you is basically giving you such bad food poisoning to where the chemicals then react in your brain differently, and it allows you to see.
That's kind of scary.
But you
So
don't
I'm
get
being
sick. You
poisoned.
don't get sick.
But I'm being poisoned, essentially.
No, you're being poisoned. You're just changing the chemicals in your system.
But,
for,
like,
for a small span of time.
Has anybody ever died from shrooms?
No,
So it's not dangerous.
it's not dangerous. I mean, unless you get in your car and try and drive.
I mean, probably,
And then you
yeah.
see
but-
dragons and shit. But no.
Ayahuasca.
I've always wanted to do
that's-
ayahuasca. There's actually a trip.
What is
I got hit with a
that?
Facebook ad.
Yeah.
What?
It's
That's a shroom?
It's like a drink. You make it from a ayahuasca
It's in
root.
Peru.
It's
popular
root.
in
Yeah,
Peru.
it's a root, and then you brew it with other things.
They say like you
vegetation.
can see your outside body, like you have an out of body experience.
Yeah.
Like you go where.
Well, no, same with the mushrooms. It was
Yeah?
like a slight outer body experience,
I would freak out.
and then also
Yeah.
physical sensations are heightened. Like having sex on shrooms was probably like top 5 sex I've ever had in like my
Right.
whole life having sex.
But why not number one? Why is that top 5? If that's
Because I've had sex on shrooms more than once.
Oh, so but no, the first one was with shrooms.
100%, 100%.
Really?
Like you last longer, cause it's crazy. You feel everything more, but you can control everything more. So you're like, no, I want to go for another hour, and I'm not gonna release, and it happens.
Really?
Yeah, you can control
like
yourself a lot
superpowers.
more. It's superpower. Yeah, really is superpowers.
Shit.
But I've always wanted to try ayahuasca. I've seen like some crazy documentaries. I used to watch this thing called Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia. It was a Vice channel, and they would send this little scrawny white boy all over the world, and he would do He would do psychedelics, like from weed to shrooms to acid, and
God.
he even did one where he was
How is
like,
his body okay?
he's a chemist and a biologist, so he would do these as like self experiments. But it was not like he does this like, all the time. Like he would leave like once a month he would try a new drug, and like that experience
Like
would be
the
that experience.
alchemist.
There was like it's a toad in the Amazon. You lick the toad's poison, or no?
Poor
You
toads
could
getting
lick-
molested
You
every
could lick the toad. The way
For
the
a fucking
Amazon-
Vice show.
The way the tribes would do it is they would dip like pieces of like wood, and then they would light the wood
Like
with the toad
Apocalypto?
venom on it, and then like not stab themselves, but like burn it
prick
into their skin,
themselves.
and that
Like
would get into their
Apocalypto.
bloodstream and shit like that, and then they would just have fucking trip outs. And like kids, 7, 8-year-olds are doing this shit, and like the more marks you had, it meant like you were a man to your society or whatever. It's like little 8-year-olds walking around with fucking little burn marks, looking at you like you're a little bitch
like-
because you haven't done the toad yet. You know what I
The
mean?
toad.
like junkie marks.
I mean,
Right?
yeah. But again, because they're taking they're not doing like opiates or whatever. They're doing psychedelics. It's more to them. It's more of a spiritual experience. They're breaking the barrier of the physical world and going on to these other realms.
You ever saw the one with the Vice where they had like I think it was like the Colombian drug where like people knock out and then all of a sudden
They're back again.
they're back again, but like they don't remember what
They
they
smoked
did.
it, right? It was like in
What?
glass.
What
They
is
had, like,
this?
glass.
Is this cocaine?
It's like cocaine.
She's like, where can we get some?
But it's like it's like I forgot what they call it, but it's like when you take it, like people take advantage of them, and they'll ask them like, you want to go empty out your bank account, and they're like, okay, and then you go and empty out the bank account.
I have seen
And
this.
then when you wake up in the morning,
You had no recollection of
you
anything.
have none.
Like zero.
And
no
there was-
chance. Of
There was
you
a guy
remembering.
that came home and all his stuff was gone, and then he went downstairs to the bellman, and he was like, "What happened to all my stuff?" And he's like, "They moved it yesterday." And he's like, "Who moved it?" He's like, "You helped them. You were bringing the stuff
Oh,
out."
that's so
And he's like, "What?"
sad.
Yeah, and it's like,
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
that's what they.
That's why I stick to natural drugs, bro. Shit that grows
Yeah,
in
right,
the
the
ground.
natural
Weed,
stuff.
mushrooms. That's it.
You just look at the wall for a little bit for a couple hours.
Yeah, even on weed. What's happening over there?
No man sent his alien thing.
Oh shit!
Oh, there's an alien
Can
video.
we pull it up on here?
Oh wait, I'll airdrop it. If I I can't with the windows. Wiggity whack. I'll send it. I don't even know how to send it.
Where
What's all
is
these
this?
texts?
He said this
It's
backyard.
by his house.
Beaver said, "Is it a Mexican?"
Yeah,
Is
that
it
should
a
crack me up.
Mexican?
Oh, that fucking dash of light.
Do you see it or not?
I.
Oh yeah, that's a weird flight pattern. That's not a plane.
Oh, it's 3 in a row, right?
That's Tic Tac Toe.
Right?
3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Oh shit! But then they like disappear after a certain point.
That's how they usually show up.
So weird.
I don't think we can get it to save.
Oh, there's more than 3 in a row. There was
We
like
should see if
4
there's
or
other
5.
Mountain.
We should just go film at the
So
mountain.
what are
you
these
said?
things that are like?
We'll see if there's other. I've heard there's a lot of alien encounters.
Pull it up on YouTube.
So where is this at?
His backyard, I think he said.
Oh my God, what was that? Yo, that's scary. I would have freaked the
throat, man.
fuck out, bro.
I love alien videos.
No, they freak me out.
Garrett Mountain, Patterson. I can see some aliens being in Patterson. Why not?
I could see aliens being anywhere.
Except for Newark. It's fucked up.
Apparently, they see them in Carteret all the time too.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Is that Garrett Mountain?
Yeah.
Is that
Yo,
Nomad's video?
this is in Patterson. I think we need to take a trip to the mountain with some cameras.
No, fuck that. I'll be good.
And some,
I'm in.
That's how you get
I
abducted.
feel like I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, seriously.
No, if it's ghosts, that's a different story.
You'd be one of those people that'd be like, "Take me with you," and we'll never see you again.
I'm always in for anything, you know.
Yeah, but you don't know what aliens are gonna do.
It's always triangle formations too.
Illuminati.
They're still coming. Look, there's one there.
That's a good video. We got 7 likes, no dislikes.
Yo, no man, you saw fucking aliens.
There's no man's video.
No,
No.
but it looks the same basically.
Maybe it was on the same day.
It's really hard to make out what it is, but it ain't no plane.
Wait, so that thing over there is a plane, right?
That, yeah.
The thing that's blinking?
The blinking thing might be one of those towers. The
No, it was a plane because it went. It looked like
They're
a
like
plane.
moving into formation.
But how come
over
nobody
there. They're
captures
moving.
these shits like with perfect video?
like real
It's
close, like the people in
always-
the closer windows.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Like
we just
nobody.
took off.
Well, because
That's
I guess they
there.
say like when you
Right
get
there,
close to
you
a ship like that, your
Oh, this.
frequencies change and
Why is
grainy
Nomad's
images.
video green? Does he have like night vision on?
On the other
Right,
side,
I noticed that too.
right there.
Nomad's got those type of cameras. You're like,
Yo,
You
he
call
got
a
that
nomad
night
a
it's
lizard
vision.
person?
green.
You guys call a nomad lizard person?
you might have been there. Who the fuck?
What?
It's a lizard. You should have came dressed as an alien, bro. You would have freaked everybody out.
That would have been funny. Imagine.
Have you ever seen the lights over? I think it was the pyramids. The pyramids of Giza?
Lights?
You
Like-
guys ever
like UFOs?
you watch those shows on like American History Channel or the History Channel,
Like Ancient Aliens.
like
or-
Ancient Aliens
I
and
only watch
stuff?
the version with the rapper that smokes weed and then watches Ancient Aliens with his friends.
It's on Vice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
actually
laughing at-
like I feel like it's kind of true though. Like when you watch those shows.
What's that one? No, it's definitely true. I mean,
I don't watch alien stuff because it freaks me out. Like, especially when they really get in.
and that's because like low key, you're an alien that doesn't know you're an alien.
Just imagine.
Are you a lizard?
I don't think so.
How do things work for you? Like, are things weird? Do you always have luck?
I think you're a lizard.
Why? That's luck. Lizards have luck?
No, but I feel like definitely some type of alien species is probably always lucky.
I don't have a tail.
I don't think.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
I have ears.
Yo,
Yeah,
you
but
guys
you could just
remember
be in a-
Shallow Hal? How he had the tail?
Yeah.
Did he?
Shallow Hal,
yeah, he
the
had
Jack
a tail.
Black. It wasn't Jack
Yeah.
Black's character; it was his friend's character.
Oh,
Oh,
that's-
yeah, the guy from Seinfeld.
Yeah, he had a tail.
That's
Basically, just
right,
a dick
he
on
had
his
a tail.
back. He was a little.
And he wiggled it too.
he had muscular control of it. Weird.
No, but that you know we're all born with a tail though, right?
Kind of.
It's
But
not,
not
a
a real
tail. What is
tail.
it called?
It's like a tail.
It's
It's
like
like
a
a
tadpole.
tadpole.
tail,
It's like
but
a
it's
tadpole.
not.
Like, you know
It
tadpoles
is, but
have
what
a
is
tail?
it? But what is it called? It's a specific bone in your body. What is that called?
You have
Your
a tail.
spinal cord?
No, the rest
Everybody
of
has
us-
a tail in their body.
No.
The tailbone.
Yes.
It's called the tailbone.
Is it the tailbone?
But like put people with tails.
Human fetus tail.
Technically, we look like we have tails when we're in the fetus. When we're, you know,
Yeah.
fetus.
We look
It'll be
crazy.
invisible.
But there's people with real tails.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, some
That's
people do
fucking
have
Goku,
tails.
Oh my
bro.
god, that's a
Goku,
tail.
right?
That girl, that woman's got it on her forehead. She's
That's
the
a
devil.
tail.
Look at the old
That
woman down there.
tail.
That's Satan.
Oh my god, that is
Devil.
legit.
I find that
Satan.
crazy. Like
She looks like Satan
in
too.
other countries, if
Well,
you're
because she
born
got
like dysmorph, like that's it. Like
A
you're
Smurf?
Dysmorph?
Oh, this.
I don't
Like
know. Did I make that
dysmorphia?
word up?
In other countries, when you're,
Oh, look, the
And
dog
then they
has a
just-
tail
you-
on his
you're
head.
dead. You die.
Yeah.
I adopt him. He's cute.
Oh, I would too.
No. Imagine he starts wagging that shit.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
Ah, that'd be
This
weird.
guy's wagon.
He's like happy to see you. Both tails are wagging. That's a little
Yeah,
weird.
no.
Or like
Unicorn
the
dog.
children born in third world countries are like fucking 4 arms and shit. Like
Yeah.
So why is it that
It's
monkeys?
either they're holy or they're a demon, and then they like
yeah.
ostracize.
They don't have clean
and all that
water.
shit.
That's why. You know, that's what happens.
That's honestly, I mean,
So that's why they have tails, because they don't have clean water.
nah, the people are just not in the best of position. People like that piss me off, like the lion man.
People with tails.
No, people that
oh,
do that
the
shit.
people who actually
Oh, like the lizard man.
Like you were a completely normal looking person, and now you've made yourself.
look like a fucking animal.
Yeah.
But it's like a.
He doesn't
problem.
identify
I don't know
as
if
a
he's- I don't know if
human.
he's done it already, but he was talking about getting like a tail implant
Ew.
that would be like neurologically connected to where he can control the wagging just with thought.
What?
Yeah.
But he's living
pretty
his
cool.
best life. What's the problem?
How is that
Yeah, if he's
possible?
I mean, I'm not
Happy?
like
Yeah,
against
right?
it, but it's just like
Just
bro.
don't start killing people, you know.
Well, you
Because
never
then
know.
it
People are
becomes
crazy.
that, like, when is it too much? Like, when are you like?
When he's shitting in a litter box, that's when it's like, all right, bro.
He probably
like,
does shit in a litter box. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
I mean, he would have to at this
who
point.
cleans it up?
Hopefully him.
He's his
You,
owner.
you,
and
you ever see
pet.
another cat clean up their own shit in a litter box?
You got a point.
Yeah, right.
Probably not.
Exactly.
That's a he though, right?
That's a he. And then there's the lizard man. He's like just all tatted up with like a split tongue.
I
Not
think
too
that
crazy.
split
Oh,
tongue
yeah,
That's
it's
actually
cool.
really not crazy either. That doesn't bother me.
I was
But
just
that
like, I
fucking
wonder
cat
what you can
guy,
do with
that's
that
fucking
split
crazy.
tongue. We're back to this.
Is that the
Oh,
Irishman?
the Irishman.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good ass fucking
You
movie.
seen it?
Yeah.
It's like 3 hours.
It
Though,
was a
right?
good, yeah. It was
Yeah.
really long, but if you could keep up with it, it's a good ass fucking movie.
It took me 3 days to watch it.
If-
Really?
No,
It's just like an hour a day.
So it
I
wasn't
sat
good?
through it like the
No,
whole
I
fucking
loved
time.
it. I
was a
loved the
good,
movie.
It was a good ass fucking movie.
I think by just seeing that number on the screen, 3 hours, I can't do it.
We were
Yeah,
getting ready to
but
watch
But you
it.
know
Mike,
what?
watch
It's,
it.
it's
When we
not.
saw 3 hours, you're like,
It's
no.
not bad though. Like I could sit. It was a long movie. Don't get me wrong, but if you could sit through it and really like, there's a lot of action.
You have
in
to
it.
find time basically to watch
yeah.
this movie.
There's a
Has
lot
that much
of
time.
like.
Yeah, right?
That's why I had to break it up to like
3 days.
3
I
days.
get anxiety if I don't do any, like if I just sit and do something like and just watch something for 3 hours, like I feel like I'm losing out.
It's
on
like, have you ever
life.
seen the movie Goodfellas?
Yeah.
It's
that's not
exactly
long.
like Goodfellas,
That's not
but
that long.
longer. It's more
Yeah.
stretched.
Yeah,
It's a little bit more
Goodfellas, I felt
story
like was
behind
very
it.
short.
It's actually really good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie. Did they win anything at the Golden Globes or no?
I don't know, but
Did
they're
they?
nominated for Oscars.
Or was it the wait no? What
I
came
don't
up?
think they won.
They were nominated at the Golden
Oh,
Globes.
nominated, but I don't think they won anything.
They didn't win anything.
No.
That was a good ass fucking movie.
Joker won. Yeah.
I want to go back to your topic board for a second. Cooking. What
I
about
don't
it?
know. Somebody put it. Who put cooking?
Me.
What?
What was that about
What
cooking?
about?
I cook.
Oh, that's it. All right.
All right.
Boom, boom.
Actually, I was.
Fun.
Hey! Oh! Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa!
no,
whoa!
no, no,
whoa,
no, no,
whoa, whoa! He just fucking went there. So
God,
I'ma
Nikki,
go
get
there. I'ma fucking go there right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Adobo is the shit. It's
She put
the
her hair out for
shit.
this shit. She like, let me talk
It's
about
the
adobo. right
Girls only
fucking
put their hair for
shit.
2 things: good head or they argue
now. Adobo.
I could do both. Thank you
at
very
the
much.
same time. But
Don't you come at me with my fucking adobo, okay?
on the topic of cooking, I've been taking the liberty. I feel like as an adult male, especially for males, like guys.
I've been
seeing
noticing
so much
that, guys.
cooking more.
Yeah, no, I've been noticing that you've been cooking a lot more.
I've been doing weekly. I go on Pinterest.
Chef
I learn a
Boyardee.
whole like an actual recipe. Go to the store. I buy the ingredients, and then I try the dish out.
Where do you put your purse when you're cooking?
That's funny.
Oh, Dick.
He's trying to say you a bitch.
with the rest of the purses.
Boom.
But you don't want to. You don't want to invite a girl
You
over to dinner and like
a
cook the
bitch.
meal for her.
They crack
I'm
me
gonna
up.
get out of here.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if it's true, but I feel like from my perspective, like if I brought a new date to my like or whatever, this is the first time the girls come to my house and I cook for her, that's a sexy move.
I would
like, in my
love
opinion.
that. You know what?
Feed me.
That happened to me one time, and I was like in love. No, I wasn't in love with him, but I thought it was so cute. Like he made me steak and rice. Like I was like, oh my god, you're a good cook.
Oh, that's a basic meal. I'm talking about. I get into it. I've been making my
Oh,
own sauces now,
okay.
my own like
Breakfast,
Indian
lunch,
curries.
dinner, dessert.
Like I've been learning dishes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like a boss.
Yeah, like a fucking boss.
Wait,
Next
so
one.
you taught yourself, or did
Yeah, I
you
go on
learn-
Pinterest. I go on Pinterest. Just
Did
get
you
the
learn like
ingredients.
growing up? Like, did you learn traditionally?
Well, my dad was a cook. My dad was like a chef, multiple restaurants,
I see.
seafood restaurants,
Okay.
you know, whatever. So cooking was always in the house, but like I never cooked as a kid.
Okay, so
It's
you're
just-
just now teaching
This
yourself
is like one of those
how
things
to
I feel
kinda-
like grown-ups should at least. I feel like I don't know. I was spending
of
way too much money
course,
cooking,
yeah.
like eating out. Like almost every day, every meal was like, oh,
I would-
I'll just pick up, something from here, something from there.
I would
whatever,
actually
whatever.
rather cook and
Yeah.
eat my own food than eat out. Not just because it's cheaper, but just because it's like I feel like I'm putting like my fucking love and hard work
Yeah.
into it.
And they say it's healthier because when you eat out like at a restaurant, like my dad used to work for the Cheesecake Factory, and he would tell me they would have like you ever see like blue water barrels on the side of the highways like for
Yes.
people not like
Yeah, to crash.
butter and lard would come delivered in those things,
Oh
and they
my
would go through them
God.
like multiple a day.
Oh fuck
like
that.
tens of 20
That's
of those
crazy.
a day. Yeah, that's a lot of butter and fat and
I like ranch dressing.
All right. So Pep, do you know how to cook?
Mm-hmm.
What do you cook?
pizza.
Mostly Italian stuff. Mostly all that stereotypical Italian stuff.
Pasta,
Yeah.
Paschetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
spaghetti.
Pas-
Chicken, I could fry
Do you know
some
how to?
chicken and
No,
shit.
but do you know how to make chicken franchise?
No,
Oh my
but
God,
I
I
could
love
probably
that. That's
learn.
my favorite.
I made
about-
pizza.
what
That
about-
was my pizza
I
that
don't
I
even
made.
like-
That's
What about
pretty
chicken
good, right?
parmesan?
Italian food.
Chicken
Yeah,
parm is
yeah.
a good dish.
Chicken
right?
parm. Okay, what about meatballs?
Obviously, because I don't eat meat, but like I know how to make them.
You're not a meat
Yeah.
eater?
Huh?
You're not a meat
like,
eater?
Like some meat, like chicken, bacon. I'm a real picky eater. I'm a chicken finger.
Oh, you're
kinda
one of
guy.
those. You're a piggy eater?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I'm a
Chicken fingers
pescatarian.
Why
and
are
fries.
why
like,
are
it's
guys
rough.
such
I'm
picky
pescatarian.
eaters? Why? Like
I don't know. We grow up, I guess, spoiled. And
Yeah.
Then, like
Mamas cook whatever.
no,
we
you
want.
guys
Yeah.
really do grow up spoiled. Like I had
it
to
is
eat
what it is.
what was fucking cooked even if I didn't like it.
Sucks to be you then, right?
Ooh.
Sorry, we grew up in households that loved us.
Right? Yeah, right?
Bitch.
But the other day, my ex came over, one of her friends, and we learned a group meal. It was what the hell did we do?
I bet you guys did.
Chill. They both watched the podcast. Chill.
Hey.
We did we learned we did sweet potato fries from scratch. The hell else we do from buffalo cauliflower wings bites or whatever. We did that, and like
So this is like the first time you guys are learning how to make that.
The dish, yeah.
So did it come out good?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
what came out bad? What was something
the
that you
fries
made?
were like a little, I guess, soggy still because it was like you baked them instead of like frying them, so they came out still kind of like soggy. But everything else was really good. The first I learned was a tomato basil like shrimp dish, and it was like a sauce, and then you just everything else. That shit was fire. First I made it. Now I can do like a good homemade vegetable soup. That's a good one. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get one meal a week, so that way like
Wow,
in the next
good for you.
at the end of the year I can be like, yo, I can cook you.
Yo, let's make a
fucking
cooking
menu.
show next week. We should
We
do a live
should.
cooking
We
show.
should.
Yeah?
Let's see
I'm
how
down.
we fuck it up.
I'm down. Next week I'll bring you. Well, she can't eat shrimp. I know that.
Well, you
Yeah.
got fish. What
Can you do
call it?
salmon?
Yo, salmon is
Nomad.
my
Oh my
shit,
God.
bro.
Nomad's like that too. He's allergic to fish or whatever.
Salmon
Yeah.
is my shit. I love salmon.
I just learned a salmon glaze dish the other day. Really good.
salmon glaze.
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
man.
trying to get my game up, in all aspects, man.
Get that
Go,
cooking
boy.
game up.
I'll make
real.
everybody arroz con pollo.
You want to do a
Oh,
potluck?
shit.
You want to do a potluck episode next week?
Yeah,
Potluck.
arroz
Okay, I'll
con
bring a
pollo.
dish.
I'll do
yeah.
dessert because I got a really good dessert.
Is that like arroz con pollo or is it like arroz con pollo?
Is this
No,
shots
it's
fired?
arroz
There's
con
a
pollo
difference.
with
There's a
the different with the chicken
Everything in the rice.
in the rice,
Like
and you
the
mix
sauce.
it in. Yeah, it's not. Well, you don't make it in sauce.
Can you
just
translate
make
for
it
the
in-
gringos out there?
So
What-
chicken and rice.
no,
pretty
no,
much,
but what were you saying?
Because as he got all like, is it arroz con pollo or arroz con pollo?
Oh,
Some
that
people
was something
say
different.
like con pollo, which is just rice and then chicken.
Yeah.
But then arroz con pollo is rice with the chicken shredded inside with
Inside
like
of
other
it.
shit in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like some people put nuts, raisins, shit like that.
That's like a
onion.
Spanish like just treat. Like you
It
know what I mean?
is,
Like,
yeah. Or arroz con gandule, which is like rice
So
and
good.
beans, like traditional like Puerto Rican rice and beans and shit, and or carne guisado, which is like soup chicken, like chicken soup. But I'm not crazy. Like I'm not crazy with
I
like,
love pollo guisado.
I don't like it
that
because
shit.
the chicken is boiled. I have this thing with boiled chicken.
It has that smell to it,
It
right?
has the smell, the
It
taste
looks
of
yeah,
it.
I don't like it. I
The
don't like
taste
it.
of it is just gross because it doesn't have flavor. It just tastes like dry ass fucking
like
chicken.
no adobo.
Oh,
I will
shit.
fucking adobo that shit till I fucking die. Adobo is the shit.
You know, if you gotta spice up your sex life, just bring some adobo in the bedroom.
I will. That shit is
Put
fucking
that on
good.
the penis, and
I'll put it on his dick and suck it off just like
That's-
Will that
that.
hurt you
weird.
guys?
that feels like that would
That's a little
burn.
weird.
That
no,
would burn.
peppermint would burn. One time,
You'd think so,
I
but
don't
no.
think so. Yeah, it doesn't.
It depends. Like, start using like 100% peppermint.
well, no,
Fucking
like
dipping it in. The
I
peppermint.
was chewing gum one time and I sucked my man's dick and he was like, "What do you have in your mouth? It kind of like burns."
Damn, does
That
it
might have just
cuts?
been the herpes.
Does it have cuts, right? Like, damn.
Sorry.
All right, he didn't say it burned, but like he said it felt like
Was it like
tingly,
Big
like-
Red or something?
No,
Or-
it was just regular
Use
like
Vicks,
you know
man.
like
No, a really
oh
good.
that
Blow on
really
it a little bit.
burn.
Ooh.
So I have these sex dice, and one of the things is the girl puts a piece of ice in her mouth and then gives you a
And then
blowjob.
sucks your
Yo,
dick.
craziest like sensation ever.
What?
You don't know how to react. You want to punch her because it's kind of hurts a little bit because it's cold on your dick. You don't like that, but then also you're like, yo, that feels really good. So it's like I want to hit you, but don't stop.
all that stuff like spices it up, like even like
Yeah.
toothpaste and something like
That's
that.
weird.
Yeah, I mean it's weird, bro. I'm just a
You've
weird
done
kind of guy.
toothpaste?
Is that why you have
It's not
9
bad.
jars? In
So
your
what do you
bedroom?
do? Like,
Well, it's like
brush your
both.
teeth first, or like do you just take the toothpaste?
Yeah, it was like a special kind of toothpaste, and like
Oh,
her clit was
special.
like getting some kind of sensation from it.
Ah.
So
Man, the sex
Whatever
world
happens,
is weird, man.
you know.
People's
Tingly, tingly.
fetishes and sex
Yeah.
is just so interesting.
mm-hmm.
Like I like. Obviously, I'm not into every fetish in the world or into most fetishes, but like
To try
I'll
anything
hear
once.
about- like I'll hear about some and be like, who thought of that? Like who's the first person to do that? You know?
Well, I guess like the toothpaste thing was like I used the toothpaste before we were doing it, and it was like, and then I went down on her and she liked that feeling, so we are like, oh, let's try it. Like, so I guess most of the time it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, you cause and effect kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like you
no, I get
try
that.
some shit. So it's like, oh, okay, let's see how this goes. I don't know. What's like a weird thing though? You know what they say? I mean, here's another conspiracy theory, but I don't think it's really
Sex-related?
conspiracy theory. Yeah, it's sex related. Is why guys are into asses so much is because we have a like a bacteria in us called taxoplasmy or some shit like that. You ever heard of that?
No.
So-
I've heard of.
We need to
You've
fucking
heard of
Google
like
that.
the bacteria or whatever?
Yes.
Google that bacteria.
You can Google that bacteria real quick. So it's basically like saying it comes from like Brazil, and it's like
The bacteria
yeah, it's like
or the booties.
well that too, but it's like mice get it right, and then they start following cats because they like the cat shit and piss smells or whatever. So then the cats eat the mice because the mice are just going to them. Now the cats have the disease, and then like from their litter box, humans get it. So that's kind of like why, because there's no psychological need for guys to like
Be obsessed
asses
with ass.
and be obsessed with eating ass and all that shit. There's no like
I don't think there's any guy
psychological.
walking around obsessed with ass. I think.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, they are nice to look at.
Guys are obsessed with asses all the time.
It has
Yeah,
to be
but
good.
do
No,
you
no, no, no.
think
It
that
has to
they
be a
were
good
as
ass.
obsessed back in the day? Like,
No, but that's because of the
No.
Hitler
disease.
fucking
No,
time?
also because women wore dresses to their ankles.
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
Listen,
But I
a
also
fat ass
just
is
feel
nice
like-
to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even me, like I will look at a girl. I'm not into girls like that, but I'll look at a girl and I'll be like, oh, she has a nice ass, because they're nice to look at. Not saying you're gonna do anything.
No,
with
you-
them.
But exactly.
spread
I'm
the
thinking of
cheeks
like
and just-
eating ass or like all that stuff.
They're just nice to look at.
Eating ass
Asses
is
are
like
nice to look at.
it's like a weird. That's a weird fetish for me
No,
because
but that's what I'm
like you
saying,
know what
that's-
comes out of that,
Who eats
and
ass
you're still
here?
gonna.
That's-
Oh, I've done it before. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
You eat ass.
Every guy's eating ass.
yeah,
before.
it's like you know.
It's a rite of passage
You
at this
eat
point.
the ass.
Yeah, and a
Like,
clean
Like you know, like
ass,
when they lick
you
your
know?
vagina, same thing happens to your butthole.
Wait, how does it go?
Wait, say that again. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention.
It was more of a look
Guys-
I gave her.
Okay.
Because I was like, you know what happens when they lick your vagina? I was like, the same thing happens to your butthole, and then I went.
like I needed that fucking.
No, but they say like this disease because like they say like the reason guys are into like breasts or like hips, not necessarily ass, but like hips, is like that's a psychological thing because that woman can produce a baby.
Yeah.
That's why we like that. But they say the reason
mother-bearing
that we
hips.
like ass and like eating ass and all that stuff is because of this bacteria, that taxoplasmy or whatever the hell it's called. It's Like that's a conspiracy theory.
So I got that ass eating bug.
Yeah. So they say
So
like
it's bad to eat ass.
say
Is
like-
what you're
No.
saying?
He's
it's like
saying that
there's no
people are attracted to ass because there's a chemical in us or a bacteria in us called whatever toxoplasmia or whatever.
That makes you
Interested
want
in-
to eat ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it comes from mice that they chase. The mice were chasing cats around. There's actually like a video of a mice chasing a cat, but it's like the mice would chase like the cat because they're interested in the cat's like smell of urine and shit. So the cats would easily kill the mice because the mice are running to them. So now the cats have the disease, and like in the litter box,
I
humans
see.
would get it. You know.
Okay, I see. Okay, so that makes sense.
So it's like one day you didn't have it, but you're hanging out with your boy who has it. And he's like, because
Yeah,
his
but
cat
just
had
this-
it,
So
and now you're like, damn!
weird.
All of a sudden, I got this weird urge to just put an ass in my face.
Exactly.
So you don't think it was
exactly.
because like society made like ass better?
No, because there's no like
Because like when you were young, like does that count? If when you were young,
Dude,
were
I
you,
love
like,
booty since I was a
into
child.
ass?
I'm not on board your bacteria disease.
no, but that's hips more like
no, I'm talking about
like-
booty. I'm talking about cheeks.
Yeah, but it's like why that?
It's meaty. I just want.
But why? Well, what does that
I
mean?
want to pierce them sometimes.
It
I wanna
has
go
to have a
just big needle
psychological-
cheek to cheek and
Yeah.
shut that shit closed because it's just a big.
Maybe
I wanted to
because
see how I can get a
it was
reaction out of this.
hidden, like you know how like your boobs
fucking
and vagina
needle,
and ass
Mike,
are
really?
hidden, but you're like your legs don't really have to be hidden.
Eating
Your stomach
ass
doesn't have to be
as
hidden. So
opposed to
maybe
needles.
ass.
This guy's
No, but
sick,
that-
guys.
that-
Why is
hidden.
nobody listening to this fucking conversation that he just fucking said?
No, I agree with
What?
all you were saying before.
You want to stick a needle in somebody's ass and clench their ass
I
cheeks
mean, if
together?
she
That's what
wants
you're
it,
saying?
That's what she wants.
Yo,
then
can you Google real
gotta
quick
give it to
Steve-O
people.
piercing his butt cheeks together?
Oh, look, see,
Oh
that's the
my
disease. That's
God.
the disease.
Toxoplasm.
That's actually real. Like, and I'm thinking
Okay.
it's like
So, yo,
theory?
Doc, I've been walking around just sniffing ass all day. I think I got that toxoplasmosis.
no, but like what Ashley was saying is like it was like maybe because we haven't seen ass, but then why don't we like flat ass and as opposed
Yeah, why don't you
that's,
like
that's the
flat ass?
same thing.
Because
No, because ass, in a certain part, is a psychological thing. Well, you want to pierce asses? Is that what you said?
Look, that's
No,
what he
this-
just said. He
this
wants to
tattoo-
pierce, and you agree to him. And
'Cause
you
it's
No,
said
I didn't
yes,
know what he
I
was
want to
talking
do
about. I thought it was something different.
I think why most people are so enthralled by ass because like it's just so meaty and they're just so like it's just so much is happening there, but it's like why? Why is all that meat there?
Obviously wasn't Matthias who's saying that, but like, I'm
So we're watching a
Oh
guy.
my god! I
Steve-O,
think
it's
I've seen
Steve-O.
this episode before.
He literally pierces
clenches his ass
cheeks
together.
Oh, together. Yeah, but why would you pierce them together?
And then they remove it, but I'm just saying,
God.
like, you never looked at an ass and just be like, I want to bite it, or like, you know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? To me, the extent is I want to stab it and see how much meat it has.
This is sick, and you're sick.
So you want to see the blood?
You're fucking sick.
No, I don't want to like, I don't want to go like knife in your asshole. I just want to, see how much of your cheeks I can gather.
Ugh. Just looking at this and hearing you, it just gives me fucking heebie-jeebies. Oh my
Just
god.
imagine you tear that open.
Look at that.
That doesn't hurt.
Of course it hurts.
Oh my god.
I could describe this as
Would you pierce your dick, or have you pierced it?
Now we're getting into
Based on
territory
your
I don't want
action.
to talk about, okay? Let's just
All
end
right,
the
never
stream
mind.
here.
Sorry.
We're done.
So you,
Wait, so
you set off
pierced your
airport
dick.
alarms?
You pierced your dick.
He's an airport alarm.
You pierced your dick, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You did.
No.
Come on.
So
just
do
be
you
honest.
regret it? Do you not regret it? Is it good? Is it not?
Okay, so
Did it
I
hurt?
didn't pierce my dick. I was in a band. I was really drunk. I
They
was blacked
pierced your
out,
dick?
and I woke up one morning with the pierced,
And your dick was pierced.
and it was pierced.
Okay, how the fuck?
Wait,
did that
which
happen?
one? Which one? Like the Prince Albert?
Not the Prince Albert. It was like a what are they called? Like when it's above the surface.
Crazy.
wait,
No.
your dick is pierced?
Was at one point.
Was oh.
I don't know what they're called. They're like surface piercing. So it.
Oh, so you took it out, so it must have not.
Was
been-
it the head?
Here's your dick, right?
was
It
the
wasn't
head
on
of-
the head, but it was like a cross. Just how
Oh.
they did his butt cheeks, but it was across the top of my dick. Yeah.
For the clit.
You know, like.
So did you wake up that next morning fucking feeling that your dick was hurting? Because
No,
obviously
I woke
had to.
up very still trashed from the night before and went to it was in my band studio, so it was like a long hallway of other studio doors and then the bathroom, and then I was taking a piss and I was like, went to
Show
grab
us
hold.
which
I felt
one.
something that wasn't always there and just screamed from the bathroom, "Who pierced my dick?"
Oh
It didn't
my
hurt
God.
though.
Heard my
Which
bandmates
one?
giggling.
This
It wasn't in
one,
pain?
piercing.
Huh?
It It wasn't in
A
pain.
diagram of dick piercings.
Yeah, which one is yours?
Point.
It was alright. So it was like this one, but on the top.
Where's the
This
top?
Why would you do it on
Oh,
the
like
bottom?
on the
But on the
top.
top of the, like not
Okay,
'cause
not
that
on the
goes
bottom,
underneath.
but
It was on top.
the top.
Why would you do it on the bottom?
Dude, I didn't do it. I woke up
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
you're right, you're right.
Ew, there's one where you could put it through the fucking head.
That's the Prince Albert, right?
No, through that. Like the Prince Albert's like the.
This is
like,
the reverse
The
Prince
hole, and you
Albert.
kind of hook the hole.
Uh huh.
This one's
Oh,
stuck,
that's
like,
the
stuck
Prince
like
Albert?
fucking through it,
Oh
like
God.
the Barney Rubble. You
But
know?
that hurts, right? Like that's
Yeah,
Would you fuck a guy with a pierced dick?
yeah,
Of course,
I
why
would.
not?
right. Wouldn't they
Without
like, try
a
it?
doubt, they're like, fuck yes.
I would. I definitely
Why
would.
Where's my earring?
I wonder. You guys never did though, right? I wonder
No,
if it
I've
makes
never
Did, but I
had
definitely
anyone.
would.
I wonder if it makes a difference or not.
I
might.
I think I kept bending for like
It's
a
an
week.
extra thing there.
I don't think I had.
You know,
I
That
don't
little
think-
rib.
the little thing.
Like,
there.
look at how cute and blinged out.
But what happens to get caught in something? Like,
What was it gonna get
oh,
caught in?
It's gonna
I don't know if
unscrew.
the girl has
My
a
fucking
crazy lips
vagina?
or something.
No,
like,
honestly, the reason I took it out is because it kept like hitting my zipper, and I was like not with that. It just felt weird, and I felt like I was gonna rip my dick off at one point. So I was like, yeah.
But you never worried like putting it in like some girl with like crazy lips or something that it would get caught like.
Who do
or,
you have
like-
sex with? What do you
Wait,
have?
do you, does it matter like if you're circumcised or not? Like, were you? Are you?
It has to
I
matter if you're
am,
circumcised.
and
Because,
I'm sure
like,
it matters.
wouldn't-
I'm sure it matters. I
Okay.
guess depending on the style.
So
of
you are.
piercing.
So that doesn't matter.
I am.
I can't ask you.
I feel like most guys are.
Most, not me.
No, you're not. We had this
No.
conversation already. I think it was the first
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah, you're weird. You're one of the
You
weird
know
ones.
that I find weird people who like do it as an adult, fucking get circumcised.
Well, some because like they
fucking
have
crazy.
issues. There's some kind of issues. One of our boys had.
I
Yeah,
saw
for some
surgery and I
reason.
was like,
forgot why.
damn, that poor dick.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. We
Ashley,
got,
Ashley must be the nicest chick. She's like, oh, penises all around the world need to be treated nicely.
Well,
So
guys,
that poor dick was just ruined.
I'm glad we talked about dicks and
When do we not at this talk show?
aliens
Stuff we did
Follow
talk
me
about,
at
yeah.
Converse Skinny.
and a whole
mess honey?
bunch of shit. It was interesting, but
So they got the hot mess honeys.
we got the hot mess honeys.
Slide
here.
into my DM.
Follow us.
No,
on
don't
Hot
go
Mess
into her DMs because
Honeys.
she's gonna make you feel like shit.
No. If you're an asshole, I like
All right.
people when
Listen,
they get
listen.
it.
All right.
All right.
Follow us on Hot Mess Honeys. That's HOTMESSHUNNIES.
Your own
You have to learn how to spell honeys because a lot of people don't know how to spell honeys. They think it's just honey with the apostrophe S, right?
So it's not like back in the early 2000s where you had 3 Z's at the end.
No,
of your name instead of
no.
an S?
Straight Hot Mess Honeys, guys. More of us to come
At Converse Skinny.
at Miscellanea.
Yeah,
And follow Pet Boogie and Mike.
Okay. Yes, Casual Productions.
Casual
I got my
Productions,
YouTube
guys.
handle the other day.
Oh,
I finally got it.
Wow.
Follow us on YouTube because you
Oh,
you got to make a
shit.
channel other than this one.
One day, you know.
And definitely follow You See This podcast. Like this is
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
this podcast is real. It's fucking awesome. I love coming here whenever I get the chance to.
Yeah, we film at no.
We film whenever the fuck we want to film, so.
Good
You
way,
ride,
thanks,
you
Dan.
ride. All right, man. Peace
All
out.
right.
Thanks
Bye
for watching.
guys. Woo!